Before we introduce ourselves, it has come to my attention that in the last episode I have offended somebody, so I'd like to take this time to apologize to Wikipedia and Bing. I'm sorry for offending both of you. You all are great sources, except for you, Bing. Fuck you. Hey, what's up? It's Memelords versus Za Warudo in-person edition. Yes, thanks to you great YouTube viewers, we finally got to meet each other for the first time, and I'm bullshitting you. We've all known each other. All right, you fucks, introduce yourself.
Jesus. Should I hold it? I'm gonna hold it upside down like a ring. Seeing that, yeah. Jesus, seeing the voice, whatever, like going nuts. Oh yeah, hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Suda, big chillin', you know, same old. Hope y'all doing well. We're gonna pass this to Ark.
Shalom, how we doing?
Shalom,
how we doing?
Ooh,
Yeah.
fancy.
Yeah.
Let me just baby dance real quick.
No, I guess I'll pass it over to who do you think I'll pass it over to?
Pass it over to him.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Hello, I am Jafar. I come from afar. I have a bomb in my car. The Akbar.
I thought you said bong.
Yes, I would like to, as Moonman said, I would like to thank the 15% of these viewers who are actually subscribed for allowing us to meet in person. Thank you. Just remember, there's a subscribe button, and it's absolutely free. It's like giving us free money.
Don't forget the like button.
Yes, the like button.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, you can. Just remember.
Get to ring that bell.
Just remember.
Share this with all your friends.
Share with all your friends. The subscribe button, like it's red. If it's red right now, fuck you. You can burn in hell. But if you click that
I
button,
feel like we're trying to sell our audience a fucking
No, there's only one way. There's only one way to sell a used car.
If you're dumb enough to buy a new car this weekend, you're a big enough schmuck to come to Big Bill Hell's Cars. Bad deal. Cars that break down. Feed. If you think you're gonna find a bargain at Big Bill, you can kiss my ass. It's our belief that you're such a stupid motherfucker. You'll fall for this bullshit. Guaranteed. If you find a better deal, shove it up your ugly ass. You heard us right. Shove it up your ugly ass. Bring your tray. Bring your title. Bring your wife. We'll fuck her. That's right. We'll fuck your wife. Because at Big Bill Hell, you're fucked 6 ways from Sunday. Take a hike to Big Bill Hell, home of challenge pissing. That's right, challenge pissing. How does it work? If you can piss 6 feet in the air straight up and not get wet, you get no down payment. Don't wait. Don't delay. Don't fuck with us or we'll rip your nuts off. Only at Big Bill Hell, the only dealer that tells you to fuck off. Hurry up, asshole. This event ends the minute after you write us a check. And it better not bounce or you're a dead motherfucker. Go to hell. Big Bill Hell's Cars. Baltimore's filthiest and exclusive home of the meanest sons of bitches in the state of Maryland. Guaranteed.
Baltimore, I gotta see that now. What the fuck you mean?
Hello, Baltimore. Fuck you.
but yes, thanks to the 15% of you who are actually subscribed, we can finally meet in person, and it's fun to realize that Judah is actually homeless.
Sir. Don't be calling him out like that. Don't be calling his cereal addiction
This
out
is
like
my
that.
this is my house, bro. I have you want to see my collection of cereal boxes? Come at me.
Hey, yo, editor, just take a picture of
Yeah. Edit this in.
Hey, yo, editor Chan.
Editor Chen. Ooh, alright, dude. So, as we said in the last episode, sexism in the courts.
Versus Zawado.
Yes, versus Za Warudo, exactly.
So are we the Memelords or are we Za Warudo? Like, I still can't figure it out.
I wonder which one we are. I wonder. Yeah, hi sisters. What, Ark, you don't like that? You don't like that? I'm gonna conduct a serious interview with Ark right now. Ark, why are you saying you don't like sisters?
I'm not saying I don't like sisters, it's just, James Charles is just, is that we had this whole talk. One of the other.
Okay, would you like to give the TDL version?
I don't know how to say that.
Pedophilia.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Pedophilia. There we go.
I got the TDL version. Homosexual, rapist, pedophile. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Maybe not pedophile.
Maybe not. I was about to say maybe rapist. I was about to say rapist. I don't think he did. Did something like that
I
happen?
don't think he.
Basically, I mean, actually, no, it would be considered rape.
Wait, how did that?
It would be considered, what's the term? Statutory rape. Because he was with minor.
I'll show you my pod collection.
Reminds of that
Well, Tom.
Jontron thing there where he was like, "Hello, whatever. My name is Rape." Remember that rape whistle? He has to wish rape whistle. Hello, just passing by. My name is Rape.
Can you show me a prank?
Can you show me a prank? I think I'm looking right at one.
Alright, this is no longer sexism. This is not Jontron.
Honestly, I think we'd have more to say about that than this.
Probably.
Yeah.
This might be a short one. We apologize.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, sexism is a thing. It's mostly towards women. Well, a lot of the time. But what I feel doesn't get enough attention, and I feel a lot of us do feel the same way, is the sexism that men face in mainstream media and, well, in person sometimes too when it comes to certain things, and in like the court system when it comes to divorce cases.
Yeah.
I think that's the big one. Oh, Owen, what the fuck do you want?
Yes, we are here talking about sexism. Us. For white, cis, mostly straight
I'm
males.
cis. I'm not cis. Wait, am I cis? I'm not
Cis
Yes,
is being
cis.
identifying as the gender you were born with.
Yes, you're a cis male.
Okay. I'm
Last I
Cis
checked,
male.
if you...
Okay, whoa! You checked. You checked.
Checked.
You checked.
I was...
Everybody hearing this right now.
Owen Wilson has checked that Suda is a cis male. Get this trending. I'm going on Pornhub, baby.
If you would have fucking let me finish.
No, because you can't just say that and expect it to go seriously.
Like I said, last I checked, if you are a gay man and you were born a man, you're fucking cis.
No, actually, to be determined as cis means you identify as the gender you were born.
Yes, if you were born a man and you're gay, and you can't be gay if you're a girl. You can't be. That is called being a lesbian.
No. You can be all men. All straight men are lesbians, and all straight women are gay.
Yo, we can no longer hate Hitler. He was a lesbian, and that's pretty poggers.
I don't know about all that. All I know is I like ass. That's about it.
Specifically, Snake from Smash Bros. Brawling Captain Falcon's ass.
Oh yes,
Yo,
sir.
people
Can we
wanted
just
that one
talk
song
about
about
them?
sex
The
and
what?
Captain Falcon's balls.
Can we talk about that and his nipples? Oh, okay, sir. It's unfortunate that his ass was nerfed in what?
I've never seen Suda
Ultimate?
so close to creaming himself in all my years of knowing him.
You really are.
So yeah, I don't know, manly men, and Suda.
Fair point.
Have you ever faced sexism in your life, Suda? Homophobia maybe, but
Yeah, from us all
Actually,
the time.
yeah, from all you guys.
Hey, listen, we do it out of love, though.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
I don't even think I've really faced homophobia. Maybe there was like a comment. The what?
Well, you're not really gay.
Funny. Even sexism. I don't know. Nothing's coming up to mind. Nothing's coming to mind that I've ever faced sexism, even like homophobia. I don't know.
You went to our high school at the wrong time then.
Yeah, I must
Actually,
have.
no, you probably did.
I
Yeah.
experienced sexism in that school all the time. Like,
Really?
well, I mean, take one look at yourself.
I'm fucking fabulous. The fucking
Yeah, but I use L'Oreal because I'm worth it, bitch.
no, you
Okay.
Don't. You don't shower.
Whoa, that's a lie.
It's delivery, not DiGiorno, or however that goes. What?
Yo, you're both the knockoff head and shoulders, knees and toes.
Owen, I think I speak for everybody when I say this. Go jump out a fucking window.
Oh, fine.
Go jump into a bath. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Go jump
How much
into
hot water you got,
go jump into Suda's cereal bath with his bathtub full of fucking Fruit Loops and milk.
Not my Fruit Loops.
This comically large spoon.
Comically large.
King Bats go bird.
Yeah.
Insert King Bats with that spoon.
Yeah. King Batch with very big spoon. Very big spoon.
But no, like sexism in the court there,
Or in my court.
or around. Anyways, I'll say this right now. My uncle.
You have an uncle?
Yes.
Who would have known?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, but no. He was I can't remember what exactly happened, but I know he was arrested for a while. Anyways, I don't know if he tried to like defend himself in court, and like the judge was a woman, and she like, if I'm not mistaken, that's what the story I was understanding from my grandfather when he was telling it to me.
So
that
what I'm hearing is a feminazi.
Well, I mean, yeah, what I'm saying is like, she gave him, I don't know what he said, but when he tried defending himself, he got like an extra, was it like a few months or so or something like that on his term or whatever. What? Yeah, I don't know. That's the story I heard. I don't know how true that is. It's just for the first thing when he first got arrested was something about he was fighting over this woman with this other guy, and
a true simp story.
Yeah, totally. And I think there was something about a gun involved or something like that, and yeah, it was like.
How do you know they shouldn't nickname their penis that?
I know, but like
The judge doesn't know what's behind closed doors.
Heyo, yeah.
As Owen Wilson, who just came out of the closet, everybody, this is a tremendous day.
It's not my fault. The bathroom is a closet.
The bathroom is a closet, yeah.
And I can't confirm there are Fruit Loops in that bathroom.
I can't confirm.
It's right next to the Dollar Shave
But
Manscaped sponsor.
Hell yeah.
I think
we get sponsored.
Speaking of sponsors, I'd like to thank Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, let's talk about. No, I'm joking. We're not gonna talk about that.
Talk about the sexism in Raid Shadow Legends.
This.
Raid Shadow Legends, if you're listening, we'll take a sponsor deal. Now back to Ark's story.
I mean, everyone else is sponsored by them. Why not
Come
us?
on, give us that raid money.
The raid money.
Podcast has been sponsored. Why not us?
But no, like I think he like brought a firearm or something like that, trying to. I don't know. They're fighting over. Anyways, I don't know if it was fired or not. For the story of what I heard from my grandfather, that it was fired around a water heater, I don't know, something. Anyways,
That sounds dangerous.
yeah, that is dangerous.
Okay.
Anyways,
So
and then he was
guy bring a knife to the gunfight.
bring a knife to the no
He brought goldfish.
gold. Okay,
I said his sword fist, but okay.
Oh.
but no, like yeah, I don't know. From what I heard, there's that he was trying to. I don't know if he was trying to defend himself or was defending himself in court. Anyways, and she, I guess, didn't what he said or something like that, or I don't know how. Just the way he said it, probably that he got an extra like little while on his sentence. So I don't know.
So, like, did he do a Ted Bundy approach where he defended himself, or did he have a lawyer?
I am not sure. I wasn't told too much about that part.
Okay. No, because usually an attorney speaks for the person.
Yeah. Usually.
Unless they're actually physically defending themselves, or they said something on a stand.
Yeah, I don't know. I especially like if you're a lawyer, it should be like pure. You shouldn't have any bias at all. Like maybe
Even
a little bit of
judge
bias.
shouldn't even really
No,
have
there
bias.
shouldn't be any bias with the judge.
Like there might be a little just because of like how they grew up and like how they were raised, maybe. But like for the most part, there shouldn't be any bias because like.
Well, unless the matter is pedophilia, then you should have all the bias.
Oh yes. But like that's
all the bias for being pro.
no, but that's definitely like I didn't at least research much about this, but that's lawyers, all that. There should be no prejudice or no.
Lawyers get paid to be prejudiced.
Yeah, fair point.
Say,
No,
they
just
do get paid to be
yeah, no,
prejudiced.
but it's bias. Yeah, no, it's there shouldn't be any bias because that's gonna affect like their judgment of like just everything.
In my
Like
opinion,
if they're saying like, oh, this is a guy and I don't like guys or I don't like the way he looks or he dresses, and it's like no, it shouldn't matter.
About justice, and how justice is blind, not heartless, or something like that. From what I heard, or something like I don't know if that's how it goes, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's.
and you want to know what I heard?
What?
That the Crimson Chin is packing chin. It's the Nickelodeon chin. Crocker gets canceled. But no, and again, depending on everybody should have the right to a fair trial, depending the situation, of course. Like, you know, if I'm not saying I have a tape recorder saying that he did it, but if you don't know, but like, it's kind of like what I said. Like, I think it was in the first episode. I want to say, everybody, you should have the fair trial, but if there's like substantial evidence.
Exactly. Yeah. If there's gonna be if there's evidence, then yeah, like go as hard as you want on them. But if you're just gonna be like biased because
be a dick.
Yeah, don't be a dick. Don't be biased just because you don't like the way they handled or you don't like what they've done or anything. Like it should be like purely judged on the evidence and everything that's brought to the table. There shouldn't be anything else that the person should be judged for. That's how I see it.
Yeah. And also the way I see it too is, why do a lot of men lose divorce cases when it comes to custody of children?
Just custody of children. Just like if you go from like the amount of men who lose custody of children compared to women.
A little song about this one.
Oh, I guess so. Shit.
Yeah, no.
You what?
You know, I got a little song about that too. Well, Kyle's mom is a big fat bitch. Whoa, you got a map? You got a map? You got a pedo? You got a pedo? What the hell you know?
I don't want no pedo in my house, no.
Unless it snaps into a Slim Jim.
The what?
I don't know how that song goes now. It's
From the top, make it.
no. But I believe in credit where credit is due. This is a song, little ditty I remember hearing from. Yeah, well, a little ditty. Yeah. No. But I think it was from. If anybody knows, Good Guy Fitz.
Yeah.
Good Guy Fitz. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was they were if your parents got divorced when you were young, you go and see the council where you're from. You'll only see your father on the weekends in the summer, but everyone's here to have some fun. Yeah, I remember hearing that.
No, but I mean, like, the sad thing is that for the most part, that's not wrong. But I mean, nowadays, it has come to, well, at least from what I've seen, it does seem now more men are fighting, like, for divorce cases for custody of their children. To see them more than just, like, say, weekends and, like, holidays and shit like that.
Was when I was, like, growing up there. Like, not when I was growing up. It was, when I was younger.
What do you mean? You still never grew up, so yeah.
Yeah. No. But no, it's true, though, because my parents, they split up when I was younger. When I was a kid. And, they wanted, well, I don't know if my father wanted more custody over me, but I know I went with my mother because that's what, I guess I don't know, the whole story with my father and my mother is just I don't think there's a whole debacle for another day. Debacle, whatever.
An exclusive interview with our...
Yes. Yeah, an exclusive interview with me coming next week, yeah.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Coming soon to a theater near you, yeah.
Let's just play that coming soon to theaters.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, from the old Disney DVDs, yeah.
The THX sound source.
Hardware quality. Just like a JD Power award.
You can hear the image of that logo.
You can.
True.
Yes, you can. You can, yeah. So, where are we going from this now? Like,
you weren't done saying what you were saying.
What was I saying?
About your
divorcee parents.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the divorce. I mean, the thing is that they never got married, my biological parents, so.
You fucking bastard.
Yeah.
I'm a bastard too, what you mean?
Yeah, I mean.
Jesus.
I almost was.
Oof.
I wasn't even a chance of it, baby.
But no, they never did. They had me when I was when they were they had me when I was no they had me when I can't remember what age they were, but anyways, what they told me they would said they were. Doofenshmirtz backstory. Yep. I think I don't know. My father told me that my mother stopped like doing all the fun things that they used to do before I was born, after I was born. So, not that like actually not okay.
Fucking and drinking.
Okay, so for anybody that wanted context, what I just saw there was Moon Man doing a finger in the hole. Yeah.
Quick, Moon Man, show a gif of it right now. Editor, try and put a gif.
But no, I don't know. I guess my father was telling me that how they just stopped really doing the things that they like doing together before I was born. So I don't know. That's what my father was telling me. And then my mother just was telling me a little bit of a different story, how my father just kept on going out partying and leaving me with her. So
There's always two sides to a story.
yeah, there's always two sides. Yeah, like Suda just said, there's always two sides to a story. There always has been, there always will be.
Yeah.
Which you believe is up to you.
Yeah, which one you believe? Yeah, like Moonman just said, which one you believe is up to you.
I think it's definitely like, cause it's the same for me. Like my parents, they never married.
Yeah.
They broke up when I was just around like a bit older, like still.
When I was.
Oh Christ.
You know, I did the maximum program.
Anyways, no, like I know what you mean. Like they split up.
They think they're ready, but then they're not ready
I guess.
for a kid or something like that.
Or no, mine were red. They just it was like a.
They may have been ready, but they weren't Reggie.
Oh Jesus.
There we go. Yeah.
No, it was like a mutual thing. Like it just didn't work out anymore. Anyways, I don't remember where I was going with this. What were you talking about last?
We're talking about how
Should get divorced, kind of, I guess.
well, like you were saying how like it was the same story with me. There, how my parents never got married beforehand, and they had.
Oh, for the two stories, yeah.
Yeah.
No, especially for a kid, just learning like both stories. So like, you know, it helps the kid to realize that like it might not just be one parent's fault for them splitting up. So
I don't know. For me, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna sound kind of like
Preachy.
well, not preachy, but I always kind of put it on myself. The reason why they never really stayed together.
I mean, you could argue that a lot of young children do that, though.
Yeah, I mean a lot of younger children will say, "Oh, it's my fault for my parents breaking up," or yada yada, this and that. But
Oh no.
it's mainly because they have a disagreement. The parents usually like Suda was saying there.
yeah.
One starts putting out for the other, and it just all goes down.
Yeah, it just I don't know. They just it's just maybe never the same or something like that. I don't know. Just something changes and then.
I'm just saying, if you weren't ready for a kid, you should have wrapped the willy. Why?
Well, yeah,
Hey,
Yeah.
there's that.
yeah. There's
Wrapped
yeah,
your willy.
yeah.
Didn't want to be a poppy.
I guess so.
I don't know, man. If I ever do have a kid, I'm just saying like. I don't want him or her or whatever to go down the same path I really did. I want to like.
Argue any parent doesn't.
Well,
want
yeah,
the
well,
same
yeah, I know,
for
I
their
know,
children,
I know.
their
I'm just
child.
saying, I just want them to. Actually, like, I don't want to leave, like, well, quote unquote, like my father did or whatever.
He went
Don't
for
go
milk.
get a pack of smokes and you'll be fine.
Yeah, don't get a pack of smokes for like 16 years and then come back, like, yeah.
Not saying that's what
Step
happened.
one to be a good dad: don't smoke and don't drink milk.
Don't smoke and don't drink milk. You guys heard Owen Wilson here, yeah?
Well, my dad had that on point.
Yeah.
But he's still that.
Does he do your milk deliveries?
Where's the milk from? You sure it's from a cow?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But no,
From a donkey. From a donkey.
where was I going with this
From a
now?
ball.
It tastes a bit sweet, though.
Tastes a bit salty.
But I don't know, like,
Why is it spicy?
they always, like, it's like, I don't know, where was I going with this now? I think it was more like, a lot of people are always they always feel like they're going to end up like their parents or like their father or their mother, whatever.
Yeah.
The one that, or what is something like that. Anyways, for me, my father always wanted me to kind of grow up like him, and I was like, I don't really feel like that.
What, doing fuck all out west?
Yeah, Daddy,
Well,
don't
mechanic
wanna be
work
no
because like that's what my father does, that's my grandfather does, that's what I think my grandfather's father did.
Following the
Family,
No,
yeah,
Dad,
and
I don't want to be an alcoholic.
I mean,
mechanic.
that's basically. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna.
Like Loki?
That's actually what he was for a while. I'm not gonna lie. He actually drank himself into the hospital one time.
Holy crap.
Fucking loser.
Okay.
Okay, holy.
No, he.
People's parents
See,
now.
the thing is that after this is a story. I don't know. I don't know if I talked about it yet on the podcast, but how my sister was, passed. After she passed. Okay. Well, anyways, Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go into details right now, but maybe on another podcast someday. But
tragic backstory of the podcast.
Jesus Christ. But no,
Featuring.
what I'm getting at here is that when she passed, my father could not like get to sleep most of the time. He usually drank himself to sleep almost every night. Like-
That's a true story. I did not get in college like that.
Wait, which guy we don't? I don't. Okay, anyways, but no,
I'm saying any names, but his name may have started with it and ended with.
okay, but no, he was pretty bad for that for a while. Anyways, drinking till he gets to sleep there, and yeah, no, I mean now he. Well, I'm gonna say one little thing. You know how I have told I think everybody here, but not on this podcast, how when she passed, my father actually like found where she was at there, and tried resuscitating her, but it didn't work. Anyways, what I'm saying is that like he has PTSD from that, and then now he has I'm not mistaken. He's telling me that he's got medical marijuana card. But anyways, instead of I think he smokes or makes more pot brownies than actual like drinking now. But anyways,
He bakes the baked.
yes, he gets real baked.
He
But
gets
I mean,
baking.
when it's your own flesh and blood that literally like is there in front of you, dying or dead, it's like that shit hits really different. It takes a toll. When I saw her body in the casket, I could not stand being in the same building for like a good while. I was so in disbelief that she was so full of life. She was starting off school. She was this and that. Like, oh, it was not fun. It's the complete opposite of fun. It was, anyways. But no, I don't want to go too much into this story.
Through an Amy Schumer movie?
Oh wait, who wants to?
That's the opposite of fun.
Okay, I'll pass it on real quick.
I just want to say, Suda Arc, what's up with y'all having Doofenshmirtz level backstories? Like, let's be real here.
Ouch.
I didn't have much of a doofenshmirtz.
I feel like you were ready to tell me, and then my parents both failed to show up to my birth, and my best friend was a balloon.
Give it here. That is not how it went. Let me tell you about the day I was conceived.
Oh Christ! No.
I got flipped turned upside down.
It was a warm summer day. The breeze was cool. The fire was
Unfortunately,
hot.
that's kind of how it.
Wait, what? How do you know?
I was lucky.
Did I share
Time machine.
Did I share sex stories with you?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Stop. I was lucky. I had a good or a decent childhood with my parents. Like I spent a lot of time with them, but I don't want to go into detail with that. It's more or less like if parents are getting divorced, it shouldn't ever affect a kid. Like that's where you should like throw your own not judgment but your own bias. Stop. No, you should swallow your pride, yes, but like that's where you should absolutely throw every bias out the window, and you should really like focus on the kid. Like if you're just because it's a man, and like because men have like for whatever reason like a bad record with doing yes with like
never straight away, but like it did, but
little bit.
yeah. Anyways, no, but like it just because somehow they have like a bad rec, it shouldn't affect a child just because of some bias or like that, or just because a judge is being like, no, I don't like the way that man is no, it's what I'm trying to get at is it should be like completely split down the middle, so they still have time to see their mom just as much as their dad, because it's their parents. Like their parents also helps them like raise them, and like it shapes them. Like it does for a lot of kids. It gives them problems down the line too, like literal mom or dad issues. And I don't wish that on any other kid either, because it's not fun. I have a hard time. I like my relationship's a lot better with my dad, but it's still like it still has its moments, and it sucks. That's why I wish like more judges didn't, like, would consider
50-50 custody.
Yeah, or at least consider the kid and not like, unless there is evidence of the dad doing like bad shit. No, there's like,
she gets custody. She has boobs. She has bulbs and vagan.
yeah, just because it's the mom, like, whatever. Like, no, it should be split down the middle.
Balls, she can't have it.
Jesus, here's Moon Man.
It's Mac tonight.
Is back tonight.
thought you should have said that.
No, the way I feel is that it should be 50-50 custody no matter what, unless there's evidence that one of the parties aren't fit to raise said child.
Yeah.
I got a thing or two to say about that.
Yeah, listen, you can have your time, Owen. As of right now, you can sit at the end of that couch. You can shut the fuck up.
No, you.
Whoa.
Wow. So much hate right now. I can feel it.
You shouldn't be angry, bro.
Also, I'd like to say hi to Suda's mom if she's watching. Hi, Mom! Hi, Mom!
Hi, woman I saw in a kitchen one time.
Oh, jeez.
Ouch.
Oh.
But in all seriousness. No, I do think that it should be 50-50 down the middle, unless there is proof that either the parent didn't give a shit to have the kid in the first place and showed no effort to raise said kid, or there's evidence that they're undeemed to raise said kid. Mm-hmm. Because a majority of the time when you hear of men winning cases in divorce court, it's because the mother's not fit, yet the mother still gets a
good amount.
Yeah, I was about to say, the
It's
mother...
usually 50-50 custody if the man gets it, no matter what.
Yeah, which is fucking retarded. Yeah, if a woman gets it, it's like, no, you can see your
It's
father
like
like every other week, and like...
And like,
that's how it was.
And a lot of situations with where the kid goes straight to the mom, like where the mom has full custody. The mom in a lot of situations like is a lot worse than the dad, especially if like potentially like in some cases, but like you hear that a lot where the kid just isn't like having a good time at the mom, so it's like it should be 50-50 especially if the kid expresses like that there's something up with one of the parents, then it should definitely be like, even if it's
like, even
years
kid,
down the road,
even
it should be taken into consideration. Yeah,
because they would have like a grasp of what's going on around them. If they're saying, yeah, my mom's unfit to do this because of XYZ, that should be taken into opinion, but I don't think it is.
No,
maybe it is, I don't know, but
it just doesn't seem like
get
it.
a word in divorce court.
They don't, but
which is
it's stupid that kids, like the person who the divorce court's affecting the most,
exactly
never gets a word in it. Another thing that's stupid is you hear way more about men not getting custody because of like, oh, he has a drug problem, or oh, he has a drinking problem. But then there's women out around here too who are living off of welfare, abusing government paying systems, and spending none of it on the children, and they have and they have sole custody.
Yeah, I know a few people like that.
They like take advantage of like welfare, unemployment, EI, like all that shit, and then they still get primary custody, and like less than 1% of that is seen to the kid. Like the kid is sporting bruises and ripped clothes, and the mom's driving around in the newest fucking Tesla model, wearing all Gucci and drinking herself to sleep every night. Drinking like proper 12 and fucking the most expensive aged wine you can think of.
Hey, well, don't bring Conor McGregor's whiskey into this.
It was one of the most expensive alcohols I could think of.
I can think of like 15 more, but okay.
I don't know alcohol. I don't drink.
I mean, $36 a bottle.
I am
Canadian. $36 a bottle isn't good, but it's worth it.
And like that is completely stupid that there's people out there who get sole custody but are super unfit just because they're a mother. When like the father could be like working his ass off, paying like 90% of his paycheck earned that he receives to that parent just for the mom to spend it on herself. Just for the mom to go and spend it on herself.
Like I don't know. I don't know the difference between the U.S. system, just not political system. What am I thinking? Law system.
Yeah. There's probably a term for it that we're...
Yeah, there's definitely a term for it. No, I don't know the difference between both, like Canada's law system and the US's. I don't know if the US is a lot harder I don't really
feel
know
like
about
it
the.
is.
It
I
might
have
be.
a map to explain that to you.
Okay.
I have here a map with me of the 50 states, and the only study was done in America.
Oh, okay.
The study was only done in America. In 2018, there was a survey stated by, and this was mostly done between divorce. Like they went through statistics of divorce systems to see how likely a man is to get, how likely the time is split between custody. And I believe it was like 13 states. Only 13 of the states is 50-50 custody. And Tennessee is the worst, with the dad only getting 21.8% of the custody time with the child.
That sucks.
That is awful.
No, it is because really, when you think of it, a kid needs both parents,
Yeah.
Really
whether they're together or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mom introduces, hey, this is Brian, your new stepdad. Like, you know, Brian here is super cool, but like Brian's actually a notorious alcoholic and a fucking asshole.
Exactly. Like, there's a lot of situations where the step parent is even worse than the parent, and it's like it makes no sense to why you're thinking your bias is even close. It should be even allowed in that situation. Like, the kid should absolutely have a say in which parent they go, or even like how often. Like, it's the kid.
The kid should have a say.
It's the kid's
if they're old
future.
enough.
It's the kid's future. It's literally them. Like, you're thinking about all this and that if the dad or mom's okay, when like you're literally
You're not.
you're
factoring in
risking
the biggest,
you're risking the kid's mental health. It's gonna affect them in the future.
Not only that, but you're not even asking the one who it's gonna affect the most.
Yeah. Like, you're just
I mean,
guessing,
mind you,
which
some parents may
is
not even give a fuck if they ever see their kid again. But
In 2019, the same people did a survey about child support. And wouldn't you know it, the states where men get less custody time, it seems to be more expensive. But for some reason, the two most expensive custody things are Nevada and I think that's Massachusetts. Yeah, Massachusetts. And they both get 50-50 custody, which good on them, but I cannot justify why $1.1 thousand, almost $1.2 thousand a year. No, this is monthly.
I was gonna say that's
Monthly is
gotta be monthly.
yeah, $1.2 thousand monthly. I don't see how a child needs $1.2 thousand a month.
well, depends. But also, what I noticed now, I could be
Pass the mic.
I could be wrong, but from what I've noticed, just from people I've known with divorced parents and like past experiences, my parents are not divorced, just for the record. It seems that the man has to pay out the fucking ass for child support when you don't even know, when the people who make sure the money switch hands can't even say with 100% confidence that it goes towards the kid, towards housing, feeding, clothing, looking after the kid, putting it for its education, so on and so forth. Like, they don't know what goes on with that money, so the more and more the man has to pay, how much of it is actually does the kid see, or it benefit the kid, I guess. Because really, I doubt the kid physically sees the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How much?
actually goes towards what he's doing.
Yeah, how much money did the father, for example, say, puts out for his child support? Does that child actually see in the run of a month?
Probably not the 1.2K.
No, I'd almost be willing to guarantee they don't see. Now, I'm not saying every.
They probably see like 200 of it.
I'm not saying that every fucking divorce case, the mother's a fucking scumbag when it comes to child support. That's not what I'm saying.
But it's more common.
That's not what any of us are saying.
No, that's not what we're saying. But
We see it the most.
I was about to say, like, people talk about sexism in courts, yet they don't talk enough about the mother just taking advantage of the child support.
Or the father in general.
Yeah, or like, oh, he's paying child support. How much of that's going towards the child? And then it just still makes like the mother look good, or I've even heard some people, like, I think I want to say this is right. I knew a kid whose parents got divorced, and like they said, like, you know, my dad pays like a good chunk of child support or whatever, and the government or his mother thinks that she doesn't get enough for the kid. When you're
That is ridiculous.
No, it is because monthly, depending how many kids you have, monthly, say you have one kid at about 8 years old.
Okay.
Monthly, I'd say it'd really... No, I'd say it'd be a little bit more than 5-6. I'd say probably around 758. Monthly would be good for a child around that age. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I feel like that's a solid number.
I think so.
Not like 1,200 when God knows how much that kid sees. Like, benefit towards it.
$750 to $800 a month is probably well more than enough for a child at the age of like 8. Considering what did we want when we were 8? Like a DS, a few games. That would cost you like this, like what we wanted, like what a lot of children when we were growing up wanted. 1 month of child support could cover a child for like half a year.
Yeah,
with what they wanted, with the necessities, I would say about.
No, if you're taking necessities into this.
I would say 3 months of that child support is actually spent on the, like, not counting like holidays or birthdays. Only 3 months of the child support is actually given towards the child. The child is out of the year. About 3 months worth of child support is actually what the child gets.
That actually directly benefits it, maybe.
No, I'm not taking into consideration like food, bills.
Pure toys and like entertainment.
Yeah, I'm talking about like things that they want, not like in the essentials that every human needs to live.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
Leaves to wipe my ass and napkins. I don't need toilet paper.
Toilet paper's approved. I don't need that one plastic.
Fuck, everything uses one ply. You're dead to me.
Oh my god.
Fuck one ply toilet paper. I used to work at a place that had one ply toilet paper. No thanks.
Scientists recently found something.
No.
Actually, yeah, they were bad for one ply toilet paper too. Everywhere it works.
Something. Scientists discovered something that was as small as half an atom. But that's about the size of half an atom. And that's the second thinnest thing in the world, right next to school toilet paper. Ayo. But I honestly think that a lot of child support, a lot of people are paying too much of it. Because there was a case. Now, this was taken from a TV show, and I saw it on TikTok, so take this as you will.
I'm taking this with a grain of salt.
Big grain of salt.
Of
like the tiniest.
it was on a like not Jewish, no. A Judge TV show.
Judge Judy.
Not Judge Judy. It was one made about divorces.
Divorce court. Actually, probably.
Yeah, probably. And so there was a case of a woman who was complaining that the husband wasn't paying enough child support. The husband made $3,000. Like, he brought home like $3,000 a month.
Bullshit. This is a Dark Heart Man video. I'm calling it right now.
It wasn't Darman. No, it wasn't Darman. He brings her home around like $3,000 a month before like deductions and all that. So like he really like brings home like about 1.2K after all of his deductions and
Holy
shit.
fuck! How high are your deductions to make over 3 and make 1.
Like he sees like about half of that after his deductions and shit. Like 1.2 to like 1.7, somewhere in that range. I don't quite remember the number. But he makes way less than 2,000. He's supposed to make 3,000 a month, and he makes 2,000. Like way less than 2,000. Is what he sees. And the court has made him been paying 1.5K in child support for one child who was still like basically a toddler.
Lots of ramen noodle.
Yeah.
Even then you can't healthily live like that with just ramen noodle. Like you would go broke off of buying like 2 packs.
Your body would break down.
That too.
Yeah, that would. Yeah.
I need to no, but the wife was demanding for more child support. When the judge found this out, the husband was made to pay less child support, and the wife tried to sue the judge.
That's fucked.
She tried to sue the judge.
For saying that the husband was paying too much child support for like a child who was like 5, almost 1.5K a month.
You gotta just
See- See, that's why I'm so fucking frustrated as well, because y'all want equality between y'all feminists want equality.
I was just about to say, y'all feminists.
Feminists want equality. It's when y'all do dumb shit like this that makes it so much harder for us to like fucking
Agree.
Yeah. If you're gonna be dumb as shit and what like
Sit could think of a smart way of paying child support before a woman could.
Probably. No, like
Stop.
No, Christ. No, but like it's so fucking frustrating because like we do like sure equality's cool whatever, but if y'all are dumb as shit and you're like making it so much harder being like with all this like things, especially like with child support. No, it's you're no longer looking out for the kid. You're looking out for yourself. You're like, oh, I want this Gucci bag, so I want more money from the guy. Like it's no longer about the kid. It's at that point they should be given to the father. They're probably even more better off with the father if you're wanting more.
I left out the most important information about this. I left out the most important information about this show. About this episode, the woman who was complaining that she had more child support had a new husband who was making almost triple that the husband was making, and he was bringing home almost quadruple that of the child support that she was being paid.
It should almost be based on like income too.
It is.
No, but like it should be more
Household
like
income,
if the main parent makes a certain amount of money, then the father, like the biological father, shouldn't even pay like a certain amount. You know what I mean?
I think by law they have to pay a minimum, but
I think by law
Okay,
I think there's like a minimum of 500 by law.
like a minimum.
I think it depends
whatever,
on the age of the kid.
maybe.
Yeah, that would make sense.
A minimum, cool, but it should absolutely like it shouldn't even be a thought. Like if they're making a good penny every month, you don't need $1,000, $2,000 fucking dollars for a kid.
Man,
No.
Especially when your household income is already like $5,000 a month.
I was going to say almost double what the guys giving you in child support anyway.
It was like about quadruple. The stats said that it was about quadruple that the husband was even bringing in is what was in the household a month.
Well,
Feminism used to be about equality. Now it's trying. Not only that, but along the way, also, feminism no longer is about equality. It's women, certain women, hashtag not all women.
Hashtag not all dogs.
Yes. Not all women have this fucking God complex about them, but a lot of women that you hear in these stories who say they want equal rights, they don't want equal rights. They want to be treated better than men. They want basically...
Seen as, like, gods, right?
Yeah, they want to be seen as gods.
They want
Like...
to reverse like 1800.
Like, I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be the most controversial thing I say. The gender equality wage gap does not fucking exist. If somebody brings it up one more fucking time, I think I'm going to fucking choke a bitch. Do I make myself clear?
The wage gap is this
the wage
If
gap
you're
is
thinking-
a fucking myth.
I know. But
If you're thinking about a wage gap, it's probably because you guys have to
The wage
buy
gap
so many
does-
like feminine like hygiene products.
The wage gap does not
Take into consideration experience, years on the job, time worked, and wages made. So, not saying this is true in all cases, but men are more likely to work overtime than women.
Statistically, yes.
Statistically, men don't take as much time off as women do. Because you got to think, women have a 9-month maternity leave if they decide to have a child.
A lot of women in America are also now like getting period leaves. Like
Period leave.
yeah.
Excuse me.
what?
It's becoming a more common thing from like I'm seeing like videos and other stuff on like YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter and Reddit and stuff like that of like women taking time off work and calling it like not even taking like their sick days, just taking like demanding free time off of work because their period cramps were bad. And then like the entire comment section on those videos is filled with women saying the period cramps aren't even that bad, and then other women bashing them, calling them like not real women.
I can understand how some like because I think it's a literal like a literal medical reason. It's stuck on your foot. Where is it? No, I think it's like a literal medical reason, or not reason, but like thing where some women do experience more painful cramps than others.
This is
Like that's okay. If you
Different
want,
flows.
like if it really does, like if it's truly that bad,
It's like almost
sure.
impossible to walk because of the pain.
Yeah, like if it's really truly that bad, then whatever, take the time off. But like it's when you guys want equality, but you guys are like trying your damn hardest to make it more about yourselves. Like a lot of men, if you ask a lot of men, like we're down for equality too. Like whatever, like if y'all want the same pays and the same pays, quote unquote, but the same like treatment and shit. Whatever, it'll figure itself out. It'll happen eventually.
Yeah.
But
It-
y'all
you know,
really
it
aren't
already
helping
is.
yourselves out, cause you're letting your egos take over. It's like it's literally the quote of we're giving you a foot, you're taking like a mile.
Yeah, exactly.
You're taking 3
We
miles.
give you an inch, you take a mile.
Yeah, that's literally what's happening.
Another thing about this whole like feminist movement, or as now what we would call these toxic feminists, feminazis, a big thing about them is they demand equality when they already have it.
For the most part,
And
yes.
for the most part, if you look at like logistics and stuff,
Statistics, but
no, it's both, like statistics and logistics. Both women are actually seemed as more, like, almost superior in a lot of things than.
all hail the vagina.
Yeah, basically, all hell the vagina. But women are found to be like more overly like superior to men in certain stuff, like with.
Well, I mean, if you ask me who's a better cook, some fucking bitch who's been doing it for 20 years or me, I'm gonna say some bitch.
Yeah, but like
Ego will say me, but
either way, I would say Gordon Ramsay even if he's not part of the conversation.
who is Gordon Ramsay?
But in a lot of things, statistically and logistically wise, women are seemed to be superior. Like if you look at the custody cases, you hear and experience way more moms, quote unquote, struggling in the single mother lifestyle than you see fathers struggling in the single father lifestyle. You see a lot more women having like what?
I think a lot of that also could be played up.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's such a struggle of raising a child. Like, I think a lot of it is played up. I'm not saying it all is, but like
Most of it probably isn't.
there's probably a good chunk of it that isn't, but there's probably also a good chunk of it that is.
It's probably it's probably a quiet minority that isn't.
Yeah, like I can understand being a single parent is probably tough.
Definitely.
I'm not saying that it's a fucking cakewalk. I'm not saying that. But if you're sitting there and struggling that much, instead of bitching about it on Facebook, which is I guarantee you what the fuck they're doing.
A lot of them are bitching on like social medias.
Okay, instead of doing that, actually go out and get that financial help from a finance broker or a what have you. Go out there and get that help to try to make it a little easier on yourself instead of sitting here and
Be the difference
tweeting
you wanna
about
see.
it in 140 characters or less.
Be the difference
Yeah.
you want to see.
Yeah, be the difference you want to see. Don't sit
Yeah.
here behind don't be a fucking keyboard warrior, as we like to call them. It's on my foot again.
Damn it!
It's also fucking dark in here, so like...
Yeah, I should probably turn the light
Yeah,
on.
which one's the light switch?
The bottom one.
This one's
No, top one. Do the top one. Yeah.
Oh, hello!
Yeah.
hello, light. Goodbye, darkness.
Yeah. In a way, it's like.
Let there be a light. Karen can step aside.
Yeah. In a way, it's like stop beating the dead horse.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
The horse is already a skeleton at this point. If
Yeah,
they're- if
pretty
they're
much.
being-
Stop
Especially
beating
with the
dead
wage
horse.
gap.
Like,
Especially with the wage gap.
The horse's bones is already decomposed.
Yeah.
like it's 2021. There's been so many
Is it?
different like. This is funny.
I thought it was 19.
There's
I
so
thought
many-
it was still 1738. Where
Well,
women
I
couldn't
mean,
even
the
leave
way
house.
some people, the way some people are talking, I wouldn't be surprised if it's still fucking 1738.
Starts quoting Shakespeare.
No, but like, there's so many different ways to get income. People are literally making their own businesses, making these little trinkets and stuff. Like, there's ways to make income. If you,
What the hell is this, Judah?
I have no idea what that is. Where did you get that?
It was stuck to my butt.
Let me see that. What is that? Huh? I have no idea what this is.
Foreclose a house for only.
I don't know where this came from.
His ass.
It was on your couch.
I seriously, like, I'm being dead ass. I really don't know where this came from.
Yo couch.
I don't remember seeing this ever.
It's for real estate.
No, but like, there's
you
so
throw
many,
it.
like, like, especially if you're a single parent, I'm sure the government's gonna be like, hey, yeah, we can help you out. Don't worry.
Hey yo, you need more money. Don't worry.
But like, if you're gonna
be
be on the internet and keep like complaining and shit, no one wants to hear that in the first place. You might as well. You better get your ass in gear and help your fucking kid. If there's no ifs, ands, what are y'all laughing about?
Did you see what he fucking did?
No, what do you say?
Do it again.
I know.
I'm so lost.
Can I get out?
Oh my gosh. We've strayed so far off of this topic. Holy crap. No,
How to get
it's.
us back on track?
Oh, boys.
I wasn't originally gonna say that. Here's how to get someone back on. Here's how we can get this topic back on track. This quick question: how much times have y'all experienced pee pee poo poo? No.
A little more funny than
Every day of my life.
Okay, no.
I want a fucking pizza.
Okay. We should probably switch.
My grandmother had a thing over a toilet, and
Bruh.
medium wipe the CD.
If it's yellow, let it mellow.
Oh, Christ.
If it's brown, let it mellow. If it's yellow, flush it down. Whoop!
Especially after Taco Bell.
Oh, talk my ass after Taco Bell. Be like,
What the fuck?
my ass after Taco Bell had more gas than a gas station, Holmes.
Why are you Mexican?
Fucking racist. I was Latino.
That's it. Somebody Photoshop a fucking sombrero.
Everybody, someone. I mean.
Ugandan Arcan fucking Latino.
Just put the guacamole chip hat thing from Despicable Me.
Free some vodka, dude. Okay, yes. Okay, so there's this pretty.
I would get a hat like that.
Really, the guac chip hat?
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
Hat itself like an actual chip. Yeah.
He
dope.
like snaps a piece off and like dips it in. And...
Yeah, that'd be dope. And then it's like.
Until like there's not enough chips left on the side. Yeah, until there's not enough chips left on the side of the hat.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's this pretty famous TikToker / YouTuber who has a kid
Charles.
who isn't gay because they have a kid.
Debatable.
Yeah,
Ethan Klein.
But he has a wife.
anyways, continue.
If you fucking let me finish.
The Fine Brothers.
Where were you going with that one?
The Fine Brothers.
Today we're gonna be reacting to a My Little Pony hentai. Let's go.
Copyrighted? No.
All right, shit. We're not reacting. Oh no, shit. Sorry, we're not reacting. We're
recreating.
watching and showing emotion towards. No, but his name. He goes by Iron Sanctuary on like social media and stuff like that.
Iron Sanctuary?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he has a child, and so one day he was at the store and his baby started crying. Not the baby, his baby. Let's go. No, but his baby started crying.
Drink out of that.
Let's go. I'll drink to that. No, but his baby started crying, and so someone who I would only assume has like
What?
someone who I could only assume has the "Can I speak to this manager" haircut
Oh boy.
came up to him. Yeah.
Karen for 500.
Yes, you. Yes, you. The cracker in the back.
Hell yeah, I gave
No, but. And so, she was crying, and someone who's, we could only assume is a Karen, came up and said, "Oh, I bet she misses her mother."
Oh boy.
And so
I'll
Iron,
take cunt for 500, please.
Yeah.
and so Iron Sanctuary thought of the best comeback for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I miss her too. She died giving birth.
Oh my god. If that doesn't put her in her place,
Right?
Christ.
It won't.
That's like
If
the
she doesn't
easiest.
fuck right off after that.
Right. Like that's the easiest way to put a sexist bitch right in her spot.
Well, actually, I can think of another one.
I swear, if it involves guns, I'm not
No,
handing
no,
it
no,
to you.
no, no, no.
Doesn't involve killing.
No,
Doesn't involve drugs.
no,
Doesn't involve anything illegal.
no.
Well then, okay.
Pass it over to.
Okay, so I got another way to deal with Karens like that. With a wave of my finger and a flick of my dick.
Wait, I got this. With a wave of my finger and a flick of my dick, one zap from me would kill you quick. So get your knees to second blow, but not right now. I've got to go.
Fuck! I hate when he rhymes. Okay, but this happens a lot where women see like a single dad just trying to hang out with his child, like even at a park.
Oh my
The
God,
amount-
sexually molesting that child.
The amount of single fathers or fathers in general who get the cops called on them just for trying to like play in the park with their child
But were they listening
What?
to Nickelback?
is way higher for just being in the park and playing with and pushing their child on a swing.
That's illegal.
There's more cops called on people like that than actual pedophiles.
That sort of doesn't surprise me for some reason.
To quote Nickelback here real quick. How the hell did we wind up like this?
Yeah.
And it's appalling because the dad just like wants to like push his son on the swing or like watch his daughter play on the side or something. Like supervise his kid, be there.
How the fuck do you play on a slide? But continue.
They go down it or run up it or get hurt on it or jump off of it.
Okay, if you haven't ran up a slide once in your childhood, did you have a childhood?
The only proper way to run up a slide is by moving your feet super fast while dragging your body up with the side like okay, but
Jesus.
pelvic thrusting it.
Jamming. You forget the little thing at the top there. You
Oh.
fall backwards down again.
The leading cause of childhood injury is from running up a slide and hitting your head on that little thing.
Exactly.
Or falling off monkey bars.
Oh,
That
yeah.
too, yeah.
Or
Or getting caught in the monkey
Or
bars.
trying to fly, like jump off when you're going where the hand swings.
Yeah.
Or getting or having your pants
Derek when he did that.
or having your pants start to fall down when you're on a hot metal slide and then your ass just gets 3rd-degree burns.
I felt that.
I think we've all been there.
Oh, I felt
Or that one little girl who doesn't believe it when guys get hit in the nuts that it hurts. And so they just grab like the heaviest thing they can find and bah!
Listen, I'm also the type of guy who watches nutshot compilations and feels it.
And laughs too at the same time. Like,
I remember. I don't know if you see it still. It was right there.
Man, is that from like bong water?
what kind of
Bong water burn?
kinky shit are you into?
Bong water burning.
Oh, no, that's too.
Oh, God.
He didn't deny it, so it's true.
What do you hate?
Okay,
Actually,
but-
a masochist or I'm joking.
Whoa! The Dementors.
He told me I was crazy.
Is that how it goes? Like that you feel pleasure out of pain?
Yeah, that's a masochist.
Masochist, yeah.
Yeah.
Markiplier, no.
Is that the bite of 87?
When your girl accidentally bites your dick off, is that the bite of 87?
Oh my god.
Thanks, no. No, but
Please just put an image of soccer people taking a penalty shot holding their nuts like this.
Okay, but like I was saying before we got off topic, like completely.
Let's go.
More men are have the cops called on them for just being a dad than actual pedophiles are.
But do they have the dad bod?
I think that's the issue. I think that might be the issue.
What?
That might be the issue. They don't have the dad bod.
I
Okay.
solved all the world's problems.
Just get it.
Give me the Medal of Honor.
You see, you said you solved all the world's problems, but yet I'm the only one who noticed that 9 times out of 10 a dad bod is actually on a pedophile, not a dad. That's a next for me, gamers.
Yup.
Listen, you gotta find a new
You also gotta find the point of 87.
Oh no.
Okay, but yeah, it's appalling the amount of how often, more often, a cop is called for a false pedophile case from a father just like pushing his son on a slide. Pushing his son on a slide. Pushing his son on a swing.
Slide. I'm not gonna do that. Go down the fucking slide.
Drop kicks him down the slide.
Proceeds to pay the kick son. Okay, but
Fucking air kick.
Shawn Michaels super kick.
Shawn Michaels.
Switching music down the slide. Okay, but the amount of times dads are called on for just pushing their kid on a slide. Again!
Pushing.
Okay, come on.
They're pushing their kid on a swing! On a swing! If I keep saying...
Sling?
Yes, on a slingshot. The amount of dads that are called on...
Hell yeah, gamers.
The amount of dads that get the cops called on them for just doing that is way more than the amount of actual pedophiles who get the cops called on them for doing it in public. And it's a pawn. And people who call the cops on them are people we like to call feminazis. Would you look at that? Most of the sexism in this video is tied back to feminazis. Let's go, gamers. Hashtag kill all feminazis 2021.
Okay. Whoa.
They want equal They want equal rights. They can have equal fights.
Oh!
That's some Ben Shapiro shit right here.
Oh, wait. I recently found something interesting out. We've been lied to this entire time. Floyd Mayweather isn't 50-0. He's 51-1. He beat his wife, but he couldn't beat the cops.
Oh. You actually went there. Okay.
Actually, I think Jake Paul went there.
Logan Paul
Okay,
went there in their
okay.
press conference.
Okay.
Wow.
Logan Paul went there in the press conference, and that was like basically immediately after Floyd Mayweather asked him how Japan was.
You're just talking about how much of a shit show that's gonna be.
Yeah.
Honestly, let's be real here. If Logan Paul actually wins that fight, like imagine how much the internet would literally blow up.
Well, it depends because
Logan Paul would be able to do something no man would have been able to do other than a cop, and that's beat Floyd Mayweather.
in all seriousness now, though, just to quickly tie off to this Floyd Mayweather thing. If he looks like he did in his last fight against Conor McGregor, he's probably gonna lose because honestly, Floyd Mayweather looked like he did not give a fuck fighting Conor. It looks like he did not take his camp serious. Whatever. It looked like he just couldn't care fucking less. If he goes in with that mindset into a training camp like that, I won't be surprised if Logan Paul wins.
What if he takes it seriously?
But if he takes it seriously,
1 round knockout, 3-3-0, where's my belt?
yeah, where's my belt? Yeah, no, but honestly, that's probably the point. If he takes it seriously, Logan needs to fucking watch himself.
He needs to
You need to run away.
What's that Mario Judah song?
I'm a big dog, big man.
Yeah, we're not gonna say what the fuck's after that.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yo, where the fuck's Mario?
Please stop that. No.
Mike, chill, bro.
You're right.
Okay, here, right here. You want to deep throat it?
No.
You're right.
No, you're saying like running. I was just thinking like Run to the Hills from Iron Maiden.
Okay, so back to sexism instead of Iron Maiden.
Okay, Mr. Floyd Mayweather.
Hey, that still involves sexism. Women getting hit is sexism because equal rights, equal fights.
Okay, alright then. I'm gonna say it. Women's MMA is sexist because they getting hit.
By other women.
Oh, we're gonna end it off.
Good.
We
There's
didn't
not much
even-
more to talk about.
Well, we haven't talked about pedophilia yet.
We don't have to.
No, we don't really have to at this point.
But this is what really
Well, I mean, we
inspired.
haven't
This is what literally
well, we
inspired
haven't
me to
touched
suggest
that.
it.
What we haven't touched on is just sexist headlines, really.
Yeah, that's more what I'm talking about. Like when you see like a male.
Talk about that in social media.
That can be a small point, but that's not like a huge
Yep.
point in this one.
Like if you look at like any like male teacher, if you see like any male teacher who like fucked one of his students,
Whoa.
it's always like creepy teacher goes attacks female student or like innocent female student, but then it's like women teacher gives his teenage boy his fantasy. Gets arrested.
There was that one headline.
Yeah, there was this one headline where court deemed it not pedophilia because the defendant was a woman.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it wasn't a pedophile charge because it was a woman who was getting charged with it.
Like that's not.
No.
Not okay.
Y'all want equal fights? Get equal fucking pedophilia charges.
Another thing is the amount of women who can get away with just falsely accusing of rape.
Humongous what?
Oh.
Like this one can fit into social media a lot, which I'm going to repeat at this point in social media. I forget the guy's name, but there was a young, hopeful-looking African-American football player who could have made it to the NFL. Like he had the potential to make it pro. Yeah. All of his high school and college coaches said that. He refused to have sex with a girl at a party while she was drunk. That girl later went on to charge him for rape. Before even looking at the case, the judge put him on a sex offenders list. And they didn't even give him a fair trial. They're like, okay, you're going on a sex offenders list. You're found guilty.
I've heard of this.
You have 24 hours to get your affairs in order. Instead of getting his affairs in order, he fucking killed himself. And then a woman admitted that it was all fake because the guy killed himself. She said that she didn't plan on exposing that it was fake, and that's the man killed himself.
What the fuck?
That's why your equality, feminazis, listen, that's why your equality that y'all want is taking so goddamn long, because y'all decide that y'all want to fuck with a man's livelihood, their literal careers, and to the point where they're going to kill themselves. That's fucked. I don't give a damn what you think about that, if you think that's cool or not. If you're to the point where you're going to fuck with someone's livelihood and careers in life, yeah, exactly. If you're at the point where you're going to do that, fucking no. Go to jail, fucking do something else. Figure your shit out. That is not cool. You're making it so much harder on women who don't do that shit. You're making it so much harder to just get the equality that y'all want. Exactly. You're making it so much harder to believe all the fucking victims that actually went through that shit because y'all are deciding to like fake that shit. Like, it makes no fucking sense. Y'all are making this so much harder on yourselves. Why are you making it? No. Take your fucking ego, throw it out the goddamn window. It's life. Y'all are fucking with people. It's not right. It's fucked. Like, fuck y'all, man. Like, fuck people who false.
I think we found the real reason.
I hate that. Yeah, absolutely. Like, fuck women who do that shit. That is so not fucking right. Y'all can die in a pit. Y'all can die in a pit. I do not care anymore. Y'all can die in a pit. That's not right.
I think there is only one way to settle this. We will bring this duel to the Shadow Realm, and with no monsters left on the field, I summon my Dark Magician and attack your life points directly.
I'm gonna fight them in the gulag.
Yes. Hell yeah! 3 podcasts in a row. I've done it. Fuck. Yeah, gamers!
Fuck yeah, gamers! Prince Philip just won the gulag, beating out someone else recently died. Beating out like fucking. Yeah, I said Prince Philip won the gulag. Prince Philip won the gulag, beating out. Insert famous dead rapper here.
Beat out Lil Nas's ex.
No. Prince Philip exited the gulag after beating DMX. Winning the gulag.
I guess X didn't want to give it to him then.
Okay, but another thing about that is the judge put him on the sex offenders list, like officially before, even before putting their final decision in. And the thing about the sex offenders list is
once you're on it, you can't get off, eh?
Yeah, you are not allowed to get off, even if you're found innocent. If you're on the list once, you're there for life. So that's why the man killed himself, because he was innocent. He knew he was innocent. He was obviously innocent. There was zero proof other than her saying, "Yes, this man raped me. I have here a bunch of fake DMs that I photoshopped." When the real DMs were also shown.
Really easy to fake a screenshot.
And then when the real DMs were also shown, but the judge thought those were the fake.
Okay, wow. This judge must have been as old as Prince Philip if they didn't fucking realize that. Hey-o! Anyway.
Absolutely out of the loop of social.
No, exactly. And yes, I agree, in this day and age, it is so fucking easy to, doctor a screenshot and shit. It's probably been used against so many people.
Look at this coupon.
Yeah. But no, and the thing about the sex offender list too is you should be able to get off it if you're found innocent, for the simple fact that there's no evidence proving that you are a sex offender. So saying you can't get off it is kind of bullshit. And I don't know statistically, but I'm willing to bet, maybe, I'd probably die on this horse, about 5% of sex offenders were probably innocent.
Probably more.
Maybe more, but I'd say...
The social climate is right now, I'm gonna say more.
Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe with the social climate, I would agree, maybe it is more, but I feel like it's at least a solid 5%.
If we were to have this conversation in 2018, it would be like 5 or less.
No, but I want to say something too.
If we were to have this conversation in 2018, it would be 5 or less. Now that we're having it in 2021, it's definitely like around 10%.
Like
Maybe.
I pity. Not I don't know if it's pity, but yeah, I pity the fool. I don't know if it's sympathize. I don't know the exact word that I'm looking for, but I like
Envy?
for not envy. No,
Pity?
it might be pity,
No, but
or it might be feel bad, or it might be just like because we're all in the same boat. We're in this new age of
Relate?
political correctness.
Oh, boy.
Relating?
PC culture can go fuck itself.
It can, but no, I'm just saying, like, we're in this new age
There's
of
social
political
media.
correctness, and with what's been going on, it's really scary knowing like what could happen.
What
in the
is
next few-
political correctness?
Yeah.
Can you give me a definition of what political correctness
Because like
is?
everyone has their own definitions,
One without
and, like,
a
everyone-
bias.
Yeah, and everyone's wants to force their own opinions and bring in their own like
Oh, I can give you the
prejudice
actual
and all
opinion
that.
of-
Like it's scary because like if people are easily able to get away with all this, like what's gonna happen in the future to all of us? Like we're gonna be so we're already
Male-only
on
concentration camps.
we're yeah really though we're already on eggshells. We're already walking on eggshells with
And the
everything
nice
we
at the same
do. Like it's not fair to like our generation. So that would be what, Gen Z? It's not fair to Gen Z. Gen Z and up. I'm saying this right
Gen
now.
Z.
I
Even
feel bad.
millennials to an extent.
Yeah,
It
no, I
affects
agree.
millennials the most, the whole false, if we're still on false allegations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say millennials
So
and Gen
millennials.
Z are kind
So-
of in the same boat with that one.
I'm so
Early
I'm-
Gen
so-
Z, not
so-
late Gen Z.
Yeah, so I want to say millennials to the next, like,
Current
just
one is Gen Alpha.
no, just to every other generation until
Wait,
whatever's
what's gonna
fixed.
happen once they run out of fucking like the?
I don't know, but I want to finish this.
Gen
No, like
Alpha, Omega.
I just want to say
No, no,
from millennials to like future, like to current and future generations, I feel bad for all of us because we now have to deal with this new age of political correctness where we're already walking on eggshells, and I'm sure it's gonna get even. I'm sure it's gonna get even worse from here. If people want this equality and it's going this route that it's already going, it's gonna make it so much harder for us to like just live and to like just be able to enjoy life, because everything's being like everything's being so
Gay.
soft. No, everything's being so like just like washed. I don't know, washed over, but like just it's making it harder for all of us to live. Just straight up.
No, it does.
It really is making it harder for all of us to live because now we have to like we're stopping ourselves.
After everything. Like,
Yeah.
Before everything you say and whatnot.
Exactly. We have to think before like everything we say, which
Dude,
like
it's not
I
vibe
don't
with
think the way Jesus.
Dude,
What?
it's not vibe with this.
No, like if you want us to like live ourselves and do our own thing, like it's absolutely not fair to us because now we have to watch, because literally any small thing can apparently trigger anybody. That's at this point.
I just offended
I
15
think
people.
that's fake. Like, no, if you're gonna be triggered by every small fucking thing, you should actually get help. Don't be triggered over the smallest fucking thing because you can't get help. The government's gonna help you. Get your fucking shit together. No, there's no way you're letting this
When we
affect.
get
There's
stupid
no way you're gonna let your goddamn opinion affect literally everything else in the future. No, I don't think that's right to where the point, like, to where we get to the point where we're walking on eggshells with every little thing we say. I don't think that's right because it's gonna make it so much harder for anybody to live or even just enjoy life.
Tom McDonald said something like that. What was he saying now? One of his songs, Tom McDonald said,
I fuck my sister.
No, that's not where I'm going with that. What I'm saying is, that I said this before in an earlier podcast. I think we all grew up on South Park. How are we offended?
True.
How is a generation that grew up on South Park
And
and
Call of Duty
Call of Duty lobbies
and all that
so
stuff,
offended
yeah.
by everything? Like a generation that heard fuck, bitch, faggot, and probably no offense to it, and probably way worse that I cannot repeat because we currently do not have someone of that ethnicity that will allow us to say it.
Like it's literally like y'all are
Nickelodeon.
y'all are talking about like not putting power into words, like don't let it affect you, words or sticks and stones may break your bones and shit like that. Like
When the fuck did that stop becoming a value?
well, really though, like it's literally
Okay, here's a dictionary. See if it won't break your skull if I smash you in the face.
like y'all are letting so much shit affect y'all. It's not even funny. It's literally like you're talking about like don't put power in the words, but you're putting like so much like fucking you're putting so much energy in the words that it's like affecting everyone. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense. You're like you're the what?
When people get offended for other people is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh my
People,
God.
that's literally Twitter and like YouTube comments
Yeah,
and
I
shit.
know.
Like, why the fuck are you getting? If you're white, why are you getting offended? Or why are you like taking not the blame, but why are you taking the apologies of someone else, like a different race, if you're white or if you're another race? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's I don't like it. I'm angry.
What you were saying about like Twitter and YouTube, it's like 20 times worse on a TikTok comment.
Yeah, because
section.
TikTok are a bunch of inbreds.
Probably.
I said it.
But it's way worse on TikTok.
Sorry.
That is actually considered offensive because that is people have actually been offended by the song "Sweet Home Alabama."
Go fuck
don't
yourself.
care.
Absolutely fuck yourself.
Oh
my
and this is,
God.
I think this is more of a better topic for like trigger.
We should
shit is
okay.
really
We need
difficult
to we need to calm down the trigger warning, the trigger shit. But I'm gonna say one more thing about it. I seen a trigger warning on a video about bread being cut because there was a razor blade that they used to cut because professional bakers use a razor blade to like cut those like ins. You know, like when you buy like a bun and there's like a cool little like pattern on the top of it. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you buy like a
Yeah,
cool
kind of like how a
roll.
pretzel bun looks like it has like a cross in it. Sort
Yeah,
of deal.
yeah. They cut those with razor blades, and people said trigger warning.
It's so frustrating.
The only people who are triggered by a bread razor are the same people who listen to My Chemical Romance and slit their fucking wrists in high school.
Oh, in middle school.
Yeah, but no. And for
Oh, he's gone now.
and Ark has literally just. This is an in-person podcast. I'd like to add. Ark has literally just got up and danced away.
Yeah, he got up and it danced
away.
It's your fancy for a clip.
Anyway,
Oh wait, no, we can't do that. We might
Copyright.
We're gonna get. Y'all want to? If y'all ever have, if y'all ever do a sex tape, just simply put Disney or Nintendo music in the background. Nintendo or Disney will strike that shit with a cease and desist letter, and it would get taken down instantly.
no, but again, you cannot sit here and get offended by certain words and shit like that. Like, especially if the word isn't an insult to you. So, like, and honestly, in this day and age, how can you get offended over the word sexism? How can you get offended over these words? Because yes, sexism. Yeah. Yes, sexism still exists. Of course it does. Will it ever go away? Maybe not. Because of the mindset people are in. But it only gets as bad as you let it get. And if you sit here and get offended, I'm sorry, you can't sit here and get offended over everything when not everything needs to be offended, is worthy of getting offended over. Yeah. Like, it's to the point where, it's going to get to the point where sexism has lost all meanings and values, if it already hasn't.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's kind of like Nickelodeon, and I don't mean the channel.
We mean the word that starts with N and sometimes ends with an ER or
Nincompoop.
Nincompoop, yes, nincompoop.
Yes.
Nincompoop, that is the word we're talking about. Anyway.
We're talking about the blackest version of cracker.
Okay.
Damn, what I can say it.
I'm just handing that to Suda. I'm not touching that.
Like, if I want to listen to an artist because I like that artist, and they have a
say the
and
N-word and they're not black.
no, not that. If they have like a problematic past, don't come after me. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna listen to what I want. Why the fuck do you think you have? Who do you think you are to come after me for liking what I like? It's my life. I'm gonna do what I want. You have like no power, or you have. I'm a human. You're a human. No other person has like any other power over another person. Like people are trying to like micromanage at this point. People trying to micromanage literally everyone. That is how it is.
No,
People are managing how other people act. Especially so like it seems like fans are like just like toxic people online are like controlling how people on social media acts and apologizes and shit. You know what I mean? It's like your apologizes is shitty. It's like, yeah, some of them can be shitty, but if they apologize, they're gonna apologize the way. Yeah.
Making me watch YouTuber apology videos and nobody wants to watch those, especially not David Dobrik.
Exactly.
Like it really does seem like everything's being micromanaged, and it's
Microaggression.
I don't know.
Micromanage is a microaggression. You probably trigger someone out there. I'm a PC keyboard beta cuck warrior.
like just the fact that us saying that we're cis males probably triggers someone. Like get the fuck over yourself. Get the fuck over your ego. Take some shroom. Take shrooms and get over your fucking ego. You're being offended by literally everything. It doesn't make any fucking sense. You're making your own life like you're making your own life so much more difficult than it has to be.
Shout out to Suda's favorite artist, Tyler the Creator.
Okay, but to talk to you about your point that you made earlier, Suda, about that they can like judge us for liking what we like. They don't do that for you because you're a gay guy. But if the three of us who I'm pretty sure he's straight. If the three of us who are straight.
Okay, if anybody here can argue who's not straight amongst the three of us sitting on this couch, it'd be you. Look at your fucking long hair, you fucking cock. So shut the fuck up.
Holy chill, bro, chill.
Oh man, I gotta now listen to my little beep and I now gotta listen to my little peep while grabbing my razor blade out of my pencil sharpener in my school bag.
Every kid in middle school.
And then I'm gonna dye my hair a crazy color for attention and then act like a fucking whore. Oh wait, shit, I'm sorry I offended somebody. I'd like to apologize to Wikipedia. But never mind.
Obviously, this is just our opinions on this. Take it with a fucking grain of salt.
Yep.
We are just four
cis white males.
Other than that, we're just four guys who live through this bullshit day in and day out and feel
wondering if it's ever going to end.
And I'm fucking tired of it.
No, I agree. I'm fucking tired of it. I'm tired of seeing all these headlines shaming men for like showing emotions or for like doing this or
like, can we actually like, instead of fucking coming after people for saying the N-word and shit, can we actually do something about like global warming and stuff? Why not put your power into like fixing actual global issues other than like coming after someone because they said the fucking N-word?
Because Twitter doesn't have that much knowledge.
Apparently, like why can't they go after fucking global warming instead?
Because
of
it's Twitter.
Okay, you keep on fucking.
No, I'm sorry. I had to. I'm sorry.
No, like put your fucking power into actually like doing productive shit other than coming for people who are like just. It was the humor in 2010. We have a different humor now. Like, leave the humor in 2010. Leave the humor in 2000s. Leave, like, That's the
Leave the
past.
old humor in the
You
past.
guys bringing the past up isn't gonna change it. It's literally not gonna change it.
If you don't
Like it's not
learn
gonna
from
it's not
history,
gonna make
you're gonna repeat it.
like it's not gonna change anything absolutely. So why like put your power into like actually changing shit for the better, other than
Future.
it's
Changing it
it's
for the better
frustrating.
for the
It's
future
frustrating
for
for all of us because we we want to live, we want to enjoy life, but you guys deciding that you want to put more power into like these dumb ideas and shit like that. It's like it's hard. It's hard for all of us. It's hard for like the people who actually like enjoy life, because then like
That exists.
You just offended somebody.
because seeing y'all get
Shower.
offended by that, it's like y'all are literally gonna be offended. Like it makes us think that y'all are gonna be offended by literally everything. Like not that y'all already are, but it's like y'all are gonna be offended by literally everything in like the next few years. So it's like we're gonna be in public talking about something, and someone is gonna turn around and be like, I'm offended. Why did you say that? It's like, get the fuck out of
I'm
here,
just
Karen.
talking
If you're
about how the frog
offended,
jumped over my
leave. If you're offended, move the fuck away. Leave. Don't listen to us. We're gonna talk about whatever the fuck we want. If you're not okay with that, leave. If you want to debate it, like healthy debate.
Oh, that doesn't
Sure.
That does not exist.
I know it doesn't work, but I'm saying if
That-
you
no,
want to.
it works. It doesn't exist.
Oh, I know it doesn't exist. But if you want a healthy debate, sure. If you're not, go the fuck away. No one wants to hear you bitching
offended
about
me.
shit. Like, no one wants to hear you being triggered over the smallest fucking thing. It's dumb. It's annoying. It's pointless. Fucking, you look like an absolute baby. You look immature as fuck doing that shit. Like, you absolutely look immature as fuck. Like, get over yourself. No one, it's dumb. You're putting yourself in the spotlight. Like, oh, it's
Dude,
no.
it's not vibing with us.
It's pointless slash useless. Cue the Dio's muda.
No. See, I'll give you all something to get offended by if that's what you truly want. Why are most archaeologists women? Because they like digging up the past.
Whoa!
Yes.
No,
I'm
but
offended for all women because I'm a beta cut.
that is the most believable thing you've said all day. That is now 3 people who have gotten up in the span of this podcast to go to the washroom, and 2 people who have rage quitted. I think we're doing really good. No, but what pisses me off is
Life.
yes, but not only that.
Or lack thereof.
Like, women go on and saying how like they shouldn't be shamed for certain things or blah 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 blah, and how like they view sexism all the time. I'd like to bring this up. There are certain women who say the music video for WAP
It's empowering.
is empowering. Which, how the fuck... Now, just hear me out here. How the fuck is 2 women shaking their ass and talking about... Half naked. And talking about how fucking wet their pussy is. And I'm sorry, if your pussy's that fucking wet, you might want to go see a fucking gynecologist or some shit.
Macaroni in the pot.
Anyway, how in the fuck is that sexually empowering? How is that empowering to women in general?
It's allowing them to be openly about their sex, like sex in general. But I think
I don't see how basic softcore pornography is empowering to women.
because it empowers them to act more slutty, and that's what they want to do. Be slutty.
That's what Halloween's for.
Jesus. I want to talk about when y'all decided to come for Cardi B in that video when she was like dancing to WAP, and then as soon as Culture came in the room, she turned the song off. If you're thinking that was because people came after her. People came after her.
I don't know what the fuck's going on, so I'm
for
just
turning off a bad song when it's
People came after her for dancing to WAP in a live stream. As soon as Culture came in the room, she turned the song off. Why the fuck would you come like? Cardi B's gonna raise the way her kid wants to, especially showing that. If anything, that should show y'all that she's a good parent. Like she's monitoring,
Honestly, yes.
she's monitoring the way, like what she listens to, what she watches. That's great. That's great to see.
Wait, her kid's
Why
name
the?
is
But like, who are you guys?
Know that.
Yeah, it's Culture.
Wait,
That's
she has
literally
kids?
what. Yeah, with a
Yeah,
K.
with
a K,
everyone's
I'm pretty sure.
favorite Migos.
Oh yes.
Quavo.
No, but
Wait, it
then
was
again,
Quavo.
who the fuck are y'all to decide what that kid gets to go through, or what Cardi B shows to the kid, or what Cardi B lets the kid listen to? Who the fuck are y'all to decide that shit?
Who do you think
a lot
you
of y'all are our age. Y'all are 20 in your 20s. Y'all are in your late teens.
Y'all don't know
Y'all,
the first thing
like,
about fucking parenthood.
Y'all have never had a kid of yourself, like of your own as
like
well.
a 13-year-old.
Who the fuck are y'all to decide what Cardi B should do instead? Who the fuck are y'all to decide what this person should do with their lives compared to something else? Like, who the fuck do y'all think you are? You're not God. You're not anybody. You're a human. Everyone the fuck around us is human. It doesn't matter what fucking status you have. If you're a celebrity, if you're a judge, if you're
He's a moon.
fucking anyone, the government, the
literally have a
president,
moon here.
it doesn't give a damn who the fuck you are. We're all human. At the end of the day, what you like, there's no way, no, it's not cool that y'all are trying to like control what other people fucking do. It's dumb. It's not cool. Like, no, step the fuck down off your pedestal.
From the top.
Make it drop.
For starters, I just want to point out, I think this is the podcast where Suda and Arca talked the most, and before this, they thought this was going to be the one they were going to talk the least in.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah.
I just got in the backseat for this one.
And if you're going to attack Cardi B,
I
why
will.
are you attacking her for being a good parent and parenting correctly, and not attacking her for drugging, raping, and robbing from men?
Poor Quavo.
Like, she was literally used to be a stripper prostitute.
What do you mean?
Who-
Music videos tell me she still is. Hey-o!
She is literally a
There's
stripper
my fucking
prostitute.
joke quota for the episode.
She is literally a stripper prostitute who would drug, rape, and steal from men, and has admitted to it.
Man.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, right,
That's
you
true.
know.
Back on the topic of sexism, men. It has been deemed by feminazis that men cannot be raped.
Fuck that.
Bullshit.
Men cannot be raped because a boner's consent apparently now. In 2021, they've deemed boners as consent. I've gone to boner staring at the Lucky Charms guy. That doesn't mean I want to fuck the box of Lucky Charms.
We get boners.
Okay, Sarah.
We literally get boners randomly. What the fuck?
Was
are you
was
on
that Ninja
about?
Sex Party talking about that random no reason boner?
Yeah.
Ninja Sex Party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten boners looking at a cereal box. I don't want to fuck the cereal.
I don't know what you're fucking doing.
It's called morning wood.
We literally wake up with boners sometimes.
I was about to say,
And
yeah.
y'all are thinking that's consent. So
Okay, so if a boner is consent, does that mean a woman's nipples being hard or their pussy being damp is consent?
No, because
That is
That is-
such a good point.
that actually is a good point.
That's a very
So if your nipples are hard, does that mean you're consenting to sex? No. So therefore, a boner should not be consent. Just because men are sexually driven. Not all fucking men hashtag think about sex 24/7.
Especially since y'all decided that there was a sexual orientation where people don't feel sexual attraction to anyone. So
Asexuality, baby.
asexuality, yeah. And those men probably still have random boners like any other guy. So y'all still think that's what is it? Consent. Yeah, consent. So y'all still think that's consent. That's very interesting. I love that loophole. I love that
do love
loophole.
that
That's
loophole, too.
really, really sick.
I love that.
Y'all fucking thought about that shit so hard. You guys are making yourselves look like fucking clowns. You guys look like absolute fucking clowns. I hope y'all know that.
I saw them add a milk box.
I saw yeah, right next to the missing child ad. No, but apparently a boner is consensual. So apparently hormones going through your bloodstream and rushing to a certain area is consent. Having blood just rush to an area is consent, guys.
This is like doing like
Oh, that's considered sexist because you're in.
Whoops, sorry. Let me just close my legs so my testicles can't fucking breathe and I crush them in. That's why men sit with their fucking legs split. Get over yourself. Man spreading is not a fucking sexist
Yes,
thing.
it is.
It's not even a fucking thing. If you're doing it obnoxiously, like if you're like fucking halfway spread out, then yeah, you're kind of being a dick. But if you're sitting perfectly like centered and you have like
A little bit.
maybe about an inch,
Like this.
like yay so or
yeah, about like maybe an inch, maybe 2 inches, just so you know your testes can breathe.
Balls are hot.
Put your fucking
Balls are hot.
put your boobs where your
And
vagina
especially-
is,
especially-
and tell me you're not going to be spreading your legs.
Really, and especially like if we're adjusting ourselves, we're not touching ourselves because you're hot or you're cute, whatever.
My balls are fucking hot, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're adjusting ourselves because we're uncomfortable as fuck. It's not because you're, like, cute or shit. You're probably ugly as fuck. Like, what the fuck do you mean?
I have a great point for this. By us grabbing our balls to reposition ourselves, if that is us being attracted to, does that mean you pulling up your bra is us being
Tits, yeah.
is you being attracted to us?
Yeah.
The loopholes! Fuck y'all, the loopholes! Y'all are dumb!
You know it's bad when the gay guy is getting triggered over boobs.
I'm going to put it this way. This took 3 guys with their high school education, 2 college dropouts, and a fucking guy still in high school to figure out all these fucking loopholes that y'all fuckers can't think of. I'm not going to say which one of us fit what fucking bill, but anyway. The thing is you cannot say certain things are consent when it's not. Consent is both parties. Both parties agreeing to partake in whatever activity. So if it is of the sexual variety, the man and the woman both say, well, assuming they're straight, or the man and the man and the woman, whichever one floats your fucking goat.
What?
Consent.
Whatever floats your goat.
Oh, whatever floats your goat.
Consent.
A horse and a goat.
Consent is between 2 adults.
2 consenting adults.
2 consenting adults. You can't sit there and say, oh, Johnny having a boner means he's consenting to me crawling on top of him and fucking riding him. No. That just means, I woke up, blood rushed down there. I either have to take a piss or it will go away. It doesn't mean that they want to fuck you. Get off your fucking high horse. Again,
If anything, y'all are just as bad as men if you're thinking, like, that that we're touching ourselves.
Yeah, just as perverted as. Like,
Yeah, you're just as perverted as men.
Yeah.
No, more perverted.
If we can't adjust ourselves in public, you can't adjust yourself in public.
No.
That's true equality. That's true gender standards.
If we have to let our balls sweat to the side of our legs and stick there,
Your bra has to dig into your tits until you're uncomfortable and you're alone to fix it. If I can't adjust my balls, you can't adjust your tits.
well, you see, guys kind of have a loophole. They can like stake their leg to try and do it, but like that's uncomfortable.
Yeah, you kind of can, but like still, you don't even get a good enough angle.
I was just trying to walk there and you end up like kicking them right in the nads,
Like,
trying to get unstick the balls.
until I see a good argument about this, you want to say a boner's consent, then hard nipples on a woman is a consent.
So is a wet vagina.
Or so is a wet vagina.
There's no hard proof.
No, there isn't. So therefore, if you're gonna say a boner's consent, you being a little damp down there and having hard nipples is also consent.
The literal your foot. The literal
This cord really likes my foot.
the literal definition of consent is two people of age for like sexual consent. 2 people of age verbally agreeing to commit a sexual act. Verbally. Keep that in mind. The big word there is verbally. 2 parties verbally agreeing. Now, there is one tiny flaw in this. If someone is mute or deaf, that is when it is okay to write something up for it. As long as in like a rape court case, you have an undoctored contract of it if they are deaf or mute. That is fine. I am okay with like if you are mute because you're like a Buddhist or something, or like because there's religions out there where like you're not allowed to talk for like a certain amount of, you're not allowed to talk for like a month in a year. Yeah, like the vow of silence. If you're horny during your vow of silence, or like if you're horny while you have to be like completely quiet for like a month or something, and you like write up a contract saying, "Hey, yo, girl, we want to fucking smash," and the girl agrees, and both of you sign a contract, and both parties sign a contract, that is fine. I consider that consent. What I don't consider consent is seeing a boner, getting down on your knees, and unzipping an unwilling man's pants and sucking it. That is not consent. That is rape.
Heck yeah, gamers. Oh shit. Now it's like an arc split.
Never liked my feet.
Also, to bring this to the table, you cannot. Okay. I'll set the scene for
a lot of you people. You're at a college party.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, you know, you probably know exactly where this is going. But you're at a college party, and you and a girl agree to fuck. Even though you both are hammered, you still consented. You cannot the next day say that they raped you when you consented.
Oh.
You may have been drunk, but so were the other one. So were they really taking advantage? No. You both agreed that you wanted to fuck at that time, no matter what your state of head was. You cannot go and say that they raped you. That's bullshit.
Regret isn't rape.
Yes, because 9 times out of 10, drunk one-night stands are regret.
Yes, and that's not rape.
Like, I mean, yeah, if I got fucking hammered and this chick got hammered and, you know, maybe I wouldn't naturally sleep with them or whatever, and I did, yeah, maybe like, fuck, I goofed.
Oh, wait.
But I'm not going to be sitting here, I'm not going to listen to it and say that, such and such raped me. No, bitch. You consented, I consented, shut the fuck up.
I literally have this video of you consenting. 50 years in prison, get the fuck out of my courtroom.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there's an argument done by feminazis. There was a man who on a TikTok. So y'all already know where this is going.
TikTok.
A lot of my experiences with feminazis are on TikTok, so I can only speak from what I see, and most of it's on TikTok. So I apologize if a lot of it.
I'll bring up an early a blast from the past for students in your 2 seconds.
And so, on a TikTok, there was a video of a man saying that he is not into fat chicks, but he once fucked one while drunk. And the comments were filled saying drunk words are sober thoughts. Which, if we take that and reverse it, if a drunk woman consents to having sex with a man, does that mean that she wanted to fuck that man in general?
Yeah.
Or if a woman wanted to kill herself while drunk, does that mean she's also suicidal when sober, even though she's just super fucking drunk?
Loopholes, people.
How is a drunk word a sober thought when people are different when drunk? It has been scientifically proven that people's brain links and waves and shit are slightly different when drunk.
Yeah, but also to that point, though, it also they also say you being intoxicated also brings out your real self.
No, it doesn't.
Actually, there are studies that say that.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
anyway,
it doesn't bring out your real self. Your real self is who you are on a normal basis. That's who you
alcohol is kind of works like as a truth serum.
But yeah, I was gonna say
just get people drunk for court cases.
I remember this from I don't know if anybody's seen the Spectacular Spider-Man series.
I think
The cartoon, 2009 or 2008. Anyways, I'm saying is that the Green Goblin says something that I don't know. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at here is that the Green Goblin says something that always comes back to me like almost every day. We all wear masks, Spider-Man, but which one is real? The one that hides your face or the one that is your face?
True.
Ooh. Which face? A lot of people are...
Okay. And also, to say, there's a certain YouTuber out there, and Suda knows exactly what I'm talking about because this was big in our friendship circle. There was a YouTuber out there. Some people may know him as Carl Benjamin, or as I know him as, Sargon of Akkad. Oh, yes, here we go. They said that he was being sexist towards a woman for saying that he wouldn't even rape her.
That's funny.
So, with this being said, I'm about to be sexist. Suda, I wouldn't even rape you.
You're sexist.
Actually, this isn't sexist. It's homophobic.
Good.
Well, you're a guy who is gay. Him, a guy who is straight, is refusing to have sex with you at all, even if it was rape. That is technically homophobic. Then again, according to feminazis, that's him being straight in general is him being homophobic. There is an there is an issue on most of the I see on most of the social media because we live in a very small suburb. 90% of us are drunk or stoned town. Well, actually, it's a county orange. What you get when you no, but all 90% of us are either drunk, stoned, or just trying to get through the day. If not all three.
Or retarded.
Yeah, if not all four. And we live in a county that's full of people like that. So, from my experiences, I don't see this in person, but I see it a lot on social medias. People are saying that you cannot be phobic towards someone who is straight.
Bullshit.
You cannot be racist towards someone who is white. You cannot be sexist towards someone who is a male. You cannot be transphobic to someone who has gotten surgery, because they're no longer considered trans. They're considered the actual other gender now. That is an actual argument done by feminazis. It's not transphobic, considering trans isn't a different gender identity. It is classifying as a gender you are not born with. Which, I can see this point. I understand this point. But it's fucking stupid.
There's only 2 genders.
I agree. I believe that there's 2 genders and 2 subgenders.
Reminds me of a joke I heard on, what was that now? It was...
Reddit? Oh, so let's hold up.
No, it was... what was it now? No, I'm trying to remember how the joke went. It was something about, like, how the... It was something about how, like, a joke about the Twin Towers and 2 genders.
Oh, there used to be 2 of them. Now there's just a mess.
True.
No. No. Oh no! It used to be 2 genders. Now it's a touchy subject.
No, it was more like...
No, there used to be 2. Now it's a touchy or controversial subject.
That's all I'm getting at.
Okay, but
I'm getting at, like, it goes like, I remember... I have to find the joke again.
okay, but
Okay, I want to say something though.
I was gonna finish my point up real quick. But I agree with what Moonman says. I believe there are 2 genders, but I also believe there are 2 subgenders. I believe that the genders are male and female. I believe that the subgenders are real, and those are people who are born with both a pussy and a penis, and someone who is born with neither.
Hermaphrodite, and I have no idea what the correct terminology is for the other one.
Yes, I believe that being a hermaphrodite and being, I think, genderless would be the actual term, are classified as subgenders. Because I believe gender is determined by what the fuck you have in your pants, other than, like, mayonnaise. You don't keep mayonnaise in your pockets?
No, can't say I do. I keep forgetting my pockets, but...
My pocket lasagna, very important.
Yeah, my pocket lasagna.
Don't make the host without the pocket.
No, but you know what's funny is like, if no, Jesus, no, but like, if we were more popular, the amount of people that would come after me because I'm gay, the amount of people that would come after me was like, he's not actually gay because he has these thoughts. Because he thinks this way, you know what I mean? Because I have these controversial opinions. I'm sure a lot of people would be like, no, he's not actually gay, he's faking it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot of people would be like that. And I do agree with you guys. Like if you're thinking about like scientific ways, like yeah, there are 2 genders, or like even the 4, the hermaphrodite.
Gender isn't a gender for the simple fact is you're transitioning from one to the other.
I hate people who say transgender is a gender.
But I want to say something real quick. Like, I do agree. Like, there are, if you want to get technical, there's a possible, like, there's the 2 genders, like female and male, where like you have the XX chromosomes and the XY chromosomes, and then there's the hermaphrodites and the genderless. Like that I get it, but I think it's, if you're thinking you're like a different gender, that's purely like in your mind that you decided that you want to be that. It's not.
It could also be like a what do I say, like a, I don't want to say disability, but like mental illness. There we go. That's what.
It's been talked about. It's a spectrum, right? It's been talked about how like it's a possible spectrum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting in the middle and handing the microphone between the 2 of them.
Okay, so with transgender, there are scientific studies that that voice crack. Fuck. There are scientific studies that have been shown that being transgender is easily linked to many mental illnesses such as depression, because getting a transitional surgery is considered a type of self-mutilation.
Especially as well, like it could be it could be considered body dysmorphia.
That too.
If you think about it.
Whoa, big words! Insert that clip of Lester saying where he's like, you use a 3-syllable word and they think you're like a doctor or a scientist.
West Coast douchebags! What the fuck is wrong with the West Coast? Oh, nothing. I love it here. Everyone's so numbed by the sun that if you use a 3-syllable word, they think you're a professor. Man, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you!
Do it again, bitch!
Editor Chan did that for the last one. Editor Chan's having nothing of this.
Editor Chan, you need to do it again. I'll buy you a Big Mac. Okay, so.
It's Mac tonight.
It's $1. I mean, no, shit, that's not done. Whatever.
$1. What world are you fucking living in? Because I'd love to be in
I
that
wanna go
world.
there.
I want to fucking go there.
I lived back when the brothers Mac and Dick were still alive. Okay, but it is often, I personally, this may seem controversial to even you guys. Pudding. I believe that I will respect you for it. I can respect it. That doesn't mean I can support it. That doesn't mean I respect it. I support being transgender without surgery, but I don't respect it. Considering if you're going to be transgender, change your gender. Like, change your biology a bit. If you want to identify as a woman, get the surgery to become a woman. Don't just say... Just don't say that you're a woman when you still have the entirety of a male's body.
Yeah, that's what I was going with. Yeah, that's what I was about to... Yeah.
Do not say, like, oh, I'm a woman, but you clearly have, like, a beard that's longer than my dick, hair that is gruffier than the fucking bear dick. I don't fucking know. I don't know where I was going with that one.
Yes.
But and have like that one country song TikTok where it was like I looked her up and down and girl she was looking fine. Then she pulled out a penis that was twice the size of mine. Like, don't say that you're a woman, but still have a Woody the One-Eyed Wonder Wiener.
That reminds me of. Was that no?
What's the big?
I met this girl, and she's just great. This girl I just adore. The problem is, she has much more than I had bargained for. She's got that style, she's got that smile, she's got the walk, she's got the talk, she's got that zing. There's just one thing, she's got a penis.
Big iron in his pants. Sorry, in her pants. Sorry. I apologize to Wikipedia. 3 points to Wikipedia. Let's go, baby. We met our quota.
No, and to say that somebody for holding an opinion, feminists and feminazis, I'm talking to you, for saying Suda wouldn't be gay for the opinions he has, he forms his opinion.
I can pretty much, like, I can bet you it would happen.
I will bet you if you met this man.
He's more gay than any of you.
Okay.
Pull your dick, you
This
get hard
song
first.
right here.
Yep.
So you're talking about like.
Oh, that.
The guy who's the guy.
Yes.
America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Editor Chan, you need to insert that.
Yeah, Editor Chan will just
I was
post a
gonna
picture of
send
him.
Editor Chan that one TikTok I was referring to as well.
No, but to say that somebody holds an opinion that's controversial, you can't say that they're not the sexuality that they identify as. Suda, for example. You can't say that Suda's not gay because he holds an opinion that a straight white male can. Because you gotta think, with Suda's friend circle, he is with a bunch of like-minded individuals. Yes,
Common sense.
Yes. Not only that, but he's in a like-minded friend circle. So, of course, he maybe he doesn't 100% agree with it, but he's still willing to debate it. Yeah. Doesn't make him less gay.
If anything, it makes him more gay.
Because, I mean, if you met Suda, he's like, arguably, the way he acts, he's like one of the most gayest people you ever meet. I love no hate. But no.
He literally comes up to mine and Moonman's mom in the middle of his job, drops whatever. He could be holding like 50 wine balls. He would drop all of them, letting them shatter, just to run and give her a hug. Say, "Ma!"
Yeah, that's not gay. I don't know what it is.
Mommy.
Anyway.
Mother, I have pissed in the bed.
But no. For women and media to say that you can't be sexist towards men or homophobic towards straight people, heterophobic, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Don't sit here and say that, because I can be racist to a white person. You could be racist towards a white person. If you can be racist towards any type of person, you can be. It doesn't matter skin color. You can be racist towards anybody. You can be sexist towards anybody. You can be homophobic towards anybody.
This isn't a matter of like feminism and shit like that. Feminism's message got lost a long time ago. Before it was equal rights. Now it's
Women's superiority.
Yeah, basically, like headlines saying that all straight white men are dicks or this, that, and everything else.
Demonizing men.
Demonizing men and
weaponizing
shit.
rape.
Yeah, holy fuck! Rape is a loaded fucking gun at this point.
Oh, was that you're a
Loaded
straight white
gun,
man?
it's a fucking bazooka at this point.
Yeah, basically, yeah, it's a nuke. Like,
It's a nuclear launch code.
Well, especially with that guy that killed himself. No, it is straight up a nuke.
no, it is.
Oh god.
Like, there's no debating it. It is.
And
Like,
actually, I have another thing to add about that. With that man who killed himself, it was a lose-lose situation. She was drunk. He was sober. If he would have consented, he would have been charged for rape. If he didn't consent, he got charged for rape.
Yeah. Wow.
Either way, he would have been charged with rape. Which would you rather do? Have sex with a woman and say you took advantage of her, or not have sex with a woman and be demonized by every single fucking woman? Like, there's no winning.
Just ignore it.
You couldn't just ignore it because it ruins your livelihood. It puts you on a sex offender's list. You would have to go to every neighborhood that you move to. Hi, my name is Moonman. I'm a registered sex offender. Hi, I'm Moonman. I'm a registered sex offender. Oh, what did you do? Oh, I didn't agree to have sex with a woman. How does that make you a sex offender? I got charged for rape.
Yeah, thanks. I'd like to also know how that makes me a sex offender.
Here's the thing. It's because, and to add on to what Moonman was saying earlier about
Jazz it up.
fuck. To add on to what Moonman was saying earlier, the definition of racism, the definition of sexism, the definition of sexuality phobia is...
There is no definition to it.
No, the actual definition. The definition of racism. Being prejudiced towards someone for race. That seems to me that can happen to a white person. Sexual phobia. Being prejudiced against someone because of their sexuality. Seems like you can be phobic towards a straight person. Sexism. Being prejudiced towards someone for their gender identity. Seems like you can be sexist towards a man to me. Like, how does this make sense?
None of it's based in logic when it really should be.
I would like to add that common sense.
Yeah, it's based around feelings, not logic.
Common sense.
It absolutely is.
Common sense. Or, as I like to call it now, uncommon or sometimes rare sense.
Yeah.
You hurt my feelings. I'm calling the police.
Yeah.
The fuck did I do?
Fuck was like.
It
It hurts my brain when I fucking see that.
I didn't physically hurt, like, give it here.
Like, I didn't physically hurt you. I didn't kill you. I didn't hurt anyone. I just, quote unquote, hurt your feelings. Like,
ankle scooter, bitch.
it's upsetting. It's upsetting to think that, like, I would be canceled. Like, I'm 100% sure. I'm willing to bet money. If we were popular, I would be canceled. It's upsetting to know. Well, yeah. But I'm saying, I'm
county popular. We have
yeah.
we have like 50% of our county behind us.
Oh Jesus! No, but like it's upsetting to know that like even like us gay people we're held at this kind of pedestal to like agree with people, agree with like what people should feel, what people exactly like we should apparently be like we should apparently agree with like politically correct opinions. Like for me that's upset because that's not how I am. I have my own opinions. I have like there's a lot that I don't agree with that like a lot of like feminism do and a lot of like just anything. Like it's upsetting to see just all of it. It sucks. It really does suck because I feel like it makes it harder for me to actually live and do my own thing because I feel like I'm looked at like I'm supposed to have these specific opinions and stuff. Yeah, exactly, but I don't. So it's like it's not fair to me either. Like I feel bad for you guys just as much. Like I feel bad for all of us because we're all like supposedly we're all like supposed to have these specific opinions, but like no. we have our own opinions. We're our own people. Yeah, we have our own opinions and stuff. Like, exactly. Like people are talking about people are talking about like individuality, but like people, yeah. Like why can't we have our own opinions? Why are other opinions worse than others?
I just remembered something that
would piss you off too, probably.
So, during the 2020 election, you already know where this is going. Probably controversial.
Hell yeah.
It was said by feminazis that if you are black, you can't vote for Trump or else you're not black. If you are gay, you can't vote for Trump or else you're not gay. If you are trans, you cannot vote for Trump or you're not trans. The only people who are voting for trans are cis, white, straight, redneck men. Those are the only people that are voting for Trump. So rednecks. They said the only rednecks can vote for Trump. If you're black, you can't vote for Trump or you're not black, you're a white redneck. If you're Hispanic, you're a straight white redneck. If you're gay, you're now a straight white redneck.
That's bullshit because Trump's black numbers were up more this time than it was when he first got fucking elected. It doesn't. Yes, actually,
I think it was almost doubled.
yeah, I think it was like by like doubled or like by a solid percentage. Trump's support.
Biden, who used Black Lives Matter who weaponized Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter weaponized themselves. They've done it to themselves. And the fact you cannot sit here and say for your political opinion that, oh, you're not this, you're not that. You know fucking what? I don't give a flying fuck what you think. If I'm voting for somebody, it's because I support what their vision for our country. Because at the end of the day, their 4 years in term will affect us the most. It doesn't fucking matter about your feelings. Fuck your feelings. Go fuck yourself.
When you vote for someone, you should vote for them. When you're voting for someone, you should vote for someone based off of what type of politician they are. Their political
policies. Based off of
their politics. Based off of them politically.
Like what they're gonna bring to the country.
Yes, but vote based off of what they are politically, not who they are as a person. People voted for Biden just because Trump was a controversial figure on Twitter. People
voted for Justin Trudeau because he was popular with people and he takes selfies with people, not because of his own whatever that he was gonna bring.
Was elected for hair and marijuana.
And because he was hot.
That's why Student's gay. Anyway.
Students don't here for diversity.
Exactly.
We're gonna have fourth grade.
Exactly. We need the diversity.
We need a little bit of diversity.
The point is you don't vote for a person based off popularity or controversiality or shit like that. Look at this. Political standing. I'll bring this up. You could argue that the president of when the TV was first introduced was JFK. You want to know why? Because in the first ever live presidential televised debate, JFK was camera ready. He was smiling to the camera. He was doing all this and that. He presented himself in a way that said, yes, I'm ready to lead. Richard Nixon did not. Mind you, both men were eventually president, but Reagan smash. But no, you can't sit here and say, oh, I voted for Joe Biden because he's not as controversial as Trump. That's bullshit. That's come to light that he is arguably just as controversial, if not more controversial, than Donald Trump. He's managed to piss off Canada in his first week elected by cutting off Alberta's oil and cutting off that oil line.
It took Trump 2 years to mildly aggravate us.
My point is anybody who sits here and says, oh, Trump was a terrible president, I was about to say, clearly didn't watch him as a politician. Show me receipts and maybe I'll listen to your opinion. But as far as I'm concerned, under the trans ban. Yeah, you want to know about the trans ban? If the fucking trans ban, his trans ban, because
was to protect trans people.
It was to protect trans people. It wasn't prejudiced against them. They don't want to send trans people to war-torn countries without their medicines because their hormones will get out of whack. God knows what the fuck they'll do, and that's blood on enemy soil. I'm not even fucking American, and I realize this.
So the quote-unquote trans ban, which stopped trans people from being in the military, quote-unquote, was not what it was for. The trans ban was to stop trans people who are still on medication, aka the people who are within the first 6 months of their transition, to go overseas into a foreign country. Because here's the thing. if they kill themselves on that soil because they don't have their antidepressants and their hormone meds, that's blood on enemy soil. Blood on enemy soil will lead the president or king or whatever they have in that country,
Dictator, most likely.
maybe a dictator, to realize, oh, they're going to blame this on us to start a war. Attack them first.
Exactly.
Nuclear warfare.
Exactly.
Also, can we just talk about how Trump didn't really bomb Syria that much, but Biden did it in his first, like,
Yeah,
that's his, like, first, like,
yeah,
it's, like, third month.
Biden, like, fucking bomb Syria.
I'm pretty sure he bombed Syria a few times already. But people called Trump bad. Also, there was a Republican and a conservative next to each other. The conservative had an American flag up, and this was in the White House. There was a conservative in the White House because half the seats go to conservative, half the seats go.
Well, it depends who's voting for
Yeah.
the government, because actually I think it's a minority government right now, actually.
Yes, it is. But the conservative had the American flag outside of the room. As they said, they're an American government business. Why wouldn't you have the American flag outside your office? Be real here.
Can I see something real quick?
Oh.
Did Trump cause BLM?
No, BLM started in the 2012 election, I believe.
So
That was Obama's last year up.
So why were people so against Trump? And why did people you are right, people did weaponize it against Trump.
I was going to say about BLM. It was what was it now?
I'll give it to you.
I don't know. I don't remember if we ever said this before in a previous podcast or not, but like
Maybe. Hard to say.
I want to say that like I'm just gonna say that well, it's true that all lives matter. All lives matter. I'm gonna say that right now.
All lives do matter.
And the moment you put a color in front of lives matter, you're racist, I think.
Oh,
Arguably, yes.
Arguably, yes.
I don't know. It's just the moment you put like I don't know. This is my thoughts. You don't have to take it with a grain of salt if you want.
Matter. Like, we gotta protect each other and look out for each other, and that's
But-
clearly fallen away lately.
Because
But-
if they put a color in front of it, then there's more focus on them. When if you want equality, it should be all lives matter.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: Black Lives Matter is
Good on paper, flawed in execution.
Exactly.
yes. Black Lives Matter.
Communism.
Black Lives Matter was started in 2012 after like I think an attempted assassination on Obama.
And especially how, like, Trump didn't even kill George Floyd. It was the police. Y'all should have gotten mad at the police, which you did, but you decided to also take it. Y'all decided to also take it out on Trump.
You guys unrightfully got mad at the police. You got mad at every single cop. Like every single.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't
The
get
cop.
mad at all policemen.
The cop was within his full right as a.
Police are bad as well.
Yeah, the cop was in his full right to do what he did, and to not listen to. You said, "Oh, he was saying that he couldn't breathe." If you watch the body cam footage, George Floyd was saying he couldn't breathe since the moment he left the convenience store he was giving the fake bill to. He was on drugs. Mans was armed, I believe. He had like a pocket knife on him, I believe. So he would be considered armed and dangerous if he's a man who had tried to break the law and was leaving a crime scene with a weapon. That would be considered armed and dangerous, I believe, or at least armed.
At least armed, yeah.
Yes, an armed criminal. He's armed and on the run.
Yeah, sure.
That would be, and the cop was within his full right. The cop didn't use y'all would have been even more mad if the cop used a gun.
Sure.
Y'all would have been even more mad if the cop used his taser.
Sure.
All the cop did was get George Floyd onto the ground and did a common police procedure, putting their knee over their neck to keep them down.
It's more like lower back.
Yeah, it's meant to be the lower back, but I think the cop didn't want to.
Like upper back. It's
Yeah.
like shoulder blade area.
But the cop mispositioned his knee, which was on him. But he couldn't unposition his knee because George Floyd could have ran away after that. What if you were in the cop situation? Your job is to protect and serve. And there's a man who was armed and on drugs. Would you let him run away because you had his knee? Because he said he couldn't breathe when he was saying that the entire time.
If you think about it, it's like the no, not double-ended blade. It's like the thought of I don't know how to put it, but like, would you rather kill one person or would you rather kill three people?
Oh,
Like a train, like a train. How it was like a thought, like yeah,
Would you rather kill like
a kid or 3 old people?
exactly. I think that's kind of how it is. Because if he released his knee and he decided to take out his knife and kill the police,
Which would be a different story.
It would be a completely different story.
But because
They
it
still
didn't
decided-
get to that point, yeah, they probably.
It seriously, if you think about it, it seriously is. It could have been, do you want to kill one person or do you want to kill however many more people?
Depending, not saying that he would have.
Well, no,
got
yeah.
up and fucking took out his switchblade and been like.
Exactly, yeah.
But he
Like,
could've.
he could have, yeah.
And
It's,
there's always that risk.
yeah.
Hey, did you come?
I'll play the John Tron. Editor Chan.
As
John
a
Tron zipper clip.
Hey, come on, it's just a couple of us guys. Just a couple of guys around here. Nothing weird, nothing strange going on. Just want to talk to you. Come on.
as a police officer, you're in your full right to put your knee on someone's like sword, but you accidentally put it on their neck. He was armed. Could have easily gotten up, grabbed his knife, and stabbed someone.
Or, you know,
Would you, with the right mindset, with a cop, risk readjusting yourself?
Because they also have to, like, protect their own life. They also have to, like, watch over themselves.
They have to protect everyone in the situation. Unfortunately, what happened to George Floyd, I agree, it was terrible. Terrible judgment on the cop's part. But the cop was in his right and made sense and is, I believe, falsely in prison for it. It is third-degree murder. That's fine. I'm okay with that. It was unintentional murder. I'm fine with that. He can be charged for that, but I don't think he should be in prison for it. I think he should just be suspended from the police force and put into like a rehabilitation.
At least.
No, not at least fired.
Probation.
Yeah, on probation, like in rehabilitation or something. Like have to redo basic training.
okay.
I would say he should have had to redo basic training for that.
Like that?
Not be put into fucking prison for an inattentional accident at the end of someone who was complaining they couldn't breathe the entire time. He even offered to get a SWAT van just for George Floyd to be able to be less claustrophobic again. He offered, saying, do you want us to get a bigger van for you to be more comfortable in? And George Floyd just kept saying, I can't breathe, I can't go in there, I can't breathe. Like, what the fuck?
I'll put it this way, too. Because I don't know, if George Floyd was armed,
He had a knife for sure.
I'll put it this way.
That's what the body.
Look at it this way. Maybe you guys remember this, maybe you don't. Trayvon Martin. He was a young black kid who was murdered in 2012, I want to say.
That's what caused Black Lives Matter the first time, I believe.
Maybe 2012. Anyway, he was on. The murderer, George Zimmerman, said that he was armed and dangerous. The cops told him, stay back, let us do our thing, we'll question him. He didn't. He went and killed the guy when he was armed with a fucking Arizona iced tea can and a pack of fucking Skittles. Yet the guy who killed him was like, "Oh, it was self-defense and da-da-da-da-da." That
When they
It's
say,
that
when they say it's self-defense when they actually murdered somebody.
exactly.
I believe murder.
And then, I'll get just on a little side of change it there. He actually tried to then sell the weapon he killed the kid with.
Bruh.
Would you?
I think that is actually what caused Black
did not
Lives Matter in
happen. He tried to
2012.
do that.
He tried to sell the
I think that's what caused Black Lives Matter originally was that.
Wow.
Bruh.
Not saying
Dude,
that.
imagine just trying to enjoy your Skittles and you're like 2-4 of Arizona and then
Yeah.
a cop shows up. Oh shoot, it's a gay guy who's armed and dangerous. Back. Hey, you.
It wasn't a cop. It was a civilian.
Oh, that's even worse.
It was a civilian. He wasn't doing anything. He was walking home.
That's even worse.
I think. Anyway,
That's a hate crime.
it is, but
That's
the definition of a hate crime. that is the definition of a hate crime, actually.
Like, I agree. If the police, like, where there's those stories, I don't know, Breonna Taylor, like, how they go in their houses for... You gotta think, there's also, like, two sides to the story.
True.
Like, I do feel bad, like, that...
For people who have, for no reason, have lost their lives, whether they be of the black race or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yes,
that,
it's a tragedy, but you can't sit here and play the blame game because it's gonna go nowhere.
Yeah.
Terrible that you all may want to hear about. There was a white woman who was murdered. Who was murdered
Oh, fake
by a black person,
Fake news.
and Black Lives Matter
Fake news.
was agreed with the black person who killed an innocent white woman
Fake news.
for just trying to talk about her political view. Like, she was just trying to, like, this woman was at a Trump rally.
No, I'd be fucking.
A black man shot her to death, and everyone was like, "Oh, poor baby, she got killed." And then proceeded to list a bunch of black people who were killed. If anything, she was unjustly killed. She got shot just for being at a Trump rally by a black person for being racist. How can you? And there's actually his articles, you can look it up. I forget.
No, I meant proof is that she was being racist because she was at a Trump rally.
Because she was at a Trump rally. Trump supporters are all racist. And the way they executed Black Lives Matter, and the way the media portrayed it as well. The media said mostly peaceful protests got a little fiery. Meanwhile, behind the news reporter who was so calm, like, mostly peaceful protests ended up with small fires and police having to use crowd control, crowd control things. The entire city was on fire. Behind him, there were several cars and buildings on fire. He said a little bonfire started, and
First off, you should lose your news reporter license, you fucking twit.
No, he was told to report it like that to make Trump seem bad. The way media portrayed it, if we agreed, we all agree that Trump and Biden were equally as bad as portrayed by media.
Not really.
No, the media portrayed Trump and Biden as equals.
Not really.
But they made Biden look better and Trump look worse. Does that make Trump the better person? The better option? Wouldn't that have made Trump better, considering if they were making him look bad and Biden look good, and people thought they were equally as good and equally as bad?
They're not, but anyway.
People get called a bunch of stuff like sexist, homophobic, racist, just for voicing their political opinion. Yeah, bigot. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, bigot. Just for voicing their political opinion. Just for when there was. I seen something on one of Moonman's ex-girlfriend's Facebook.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not the one you're thinking, the one who went to you at prom who was bald. She showed pictures of white people who were armed and got arrested and black people who were quote-unquote unarmed. When if you watch the body cam footage, all those black people were armed and killed.
Actually, not all of them were.
Okay, George Floyd for sure was. George Floyd was, the cop who killed George Floyd was fully within his right as a police officer. He messed up by not repositioning himself. It was a mistake. He made a mistake. We're humans. We make those.
Oh God, I don't make mistakes.
You're a moon.
Yeah, I'm a moon.
But we are human. You're like chilling there. You're just sitting there on your couch behind your keyboard saying that he was unjustly killed without watching body cam footage. If you were to watch the body cam footage, you would see that the cop was within his rights but made a mistake. The cop only went to the 3 stages of the 5 stages of execution plan. The first stage is trying to de-escalate it with words. The second stage is threatening. The third stage is using a little bit of force. That was able to get him down on the ground with a little bit of force. The fourth stage was a taser, and the fifth stage is fire. If it would have gotten past the third stage, this would have been blown even more out of proportion.
Yeah, it still would have been a completely different story, because then you could argue that the cop wasn't within full rights.
But the cop was.
That's where I say it gets blurry.
Yes, but the cop would have been in his full rights, because there's a 5-step system. Try and de-escalate with words, which oftentimes works.
Fails.
No, depending the crime. Oftentimes, de-escalating it with it works or fails. It's 50-50. The second one, threatening. That works more often than you just using your words. Like, way more often. Like, if someone were to say, hands, get on the ground, and was reaching for their gun, you would get on the ground. Most common sense dictates.
Are you threatening me?
Common sense dictates that if someone is reaching for their gun and yelling at you to get on the ground, you will get on the ground.
LAPD, drop the Rubik's Cube.
The third stage is using force. Like a nightstick or... Literally, MMA takedowns would be considered using a little bit of force.
Not that type of force. Got it.
Trying to do a force choke.
When the cop is as stoned as the criminal. And if that doesn't work, tasers. And tasers have a very high fail rate. Okay, and then the third one is fire. And a cop is trained, and a cop isn't trained to like shoot near someone to scare them. No, they're trained to shoot to hurt or kill. Because that is mostly to unarm.
Or like,
yeah.
Depending on how bad the situation gets, it is often they're trained to shoot to kill if needed. That is how a cop is trained. If a cop,
Disarm or immobilize.
Yeah,
yes, that's what they are trained for. But they're also told that if that doesn't work, you're allowed to shoot to kill. Which a cop is within his full right. A cop is in his full right. If the 5-step system, shooting to immobilize, taser, using force,
Specifically in the butthole.
fuck off, using force, threatening, and verbally trying to de-escalate it. If those 5 things don't work, I believe a cop would be fully in his rights to shoot to fire.
That's a great topic. I don't even want to get into.
I believe a cop would be fully within his rights if he were to.
We're taking the mic away from Owen. He's
No!
going on a tangent now.
No, we should.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should.
It's about that time that we sign off.
Yeah, it's about that time where we sign off. I just want to say, you don't have to agree with these opinions. These are, at the end of the day, just opinions. Editor Chan, yes, some are controversial, some aren't. Editor Chan, if you will, do your thing. Just put a beginning slide saying that opinions are expressed in this video.
Warning, opinions are sound.
Well, no, it's true.
Yeah, true.
Editor Chan will probably have a little bit too much fun with this.
Warning, some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewers' questions.
They could.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying, because we could, honestly. Or they could. Again, it's just opinions. That's all. It's just 4 dudes. Just a couple dudes being guys. Expressing opinions. A couple guys being bros. We do this, like... I hate that I have to repeat this, but I do. We do this just for fun and to spark a conversation. It doesn't mean we're evil white men, 3 of us straight, 1 of us gay. That doesn't, no. That's not... Don't make a controversy where there is none. These are just our opinions. It's how we think. It's what we think.
They're simply opinions. They don't actually onions. No, they're simply opinions. They're simply opinions. They're like it doesn't reflect how we actually are as people. If you actually met us in people, like we're pretty chill people. We're like fun to hang with. These are oh Jesus.
Man, like that arc. Oh shit, man.
No, but like. This is simply just the way we think and like what we think and our opinions about like life and stuff. Like this is to spark conversation between people as well, because I think that's what we need lately, like in this time and age. I think that's definitely like it's good to talk about taco. Oh my god. No, but it's definitely no, but it's definitely good to talk about it and just like spark conversation. So maybe like this could help like maybe bring down political correctness and like possibly like make like feminazis less toxic. You know, being hopeful of course, but like at least it sparks conversation and makes people think of like maybe this is a toxic way of thinking. Maybe maybe we should change this.
Hope for the best and plan for the worst.
Yeah, exactly. Hope for the best, plan for the worst. But this is also just for fun. Like we're just doing this for fun. This is just us to like get our opinions out there as well.
We don't want to blow up, but if we were to blow up,
yeah, like we're not here to hate on people. We're not here to hate on people. This is just
hate on everything.
Yeah.
We're here to hate on Za Warudo.
Oh Jesus.
If you think we're being serious,
You're done.
Yes, we tackle serious issues. We're also the same people who are playing through fucking Pokemon. Grain of salt, people.
Hey yo, when that
But
Pokemon
yes,
dropping?
we do like. We just are here to make discussion, have a conversation. Feel free to say whatever you want. We're not saying that you 100% have to agree with us. No. And if Owen's saying that, I'll choke him out. Force choke, specifically. Anyway.
Unlimited power.
That's not the point. The point is, these are just our opinions. This is our platform.
Yeah.
Don't try to be deplatforming us for our opinions. We want to hear your opinions. We're not saying you have to sit here and agree with every point we're saying.
We're not apologizing either.
Except to Wikipedia.
Yep.
Yes. Sorry.
We did Wikipedia real dirty in the last episode, and we do apologize.
To Wikipedia.
We've exceeded. We have flown high in the sky. I've been the moon of mans, and I made it Mac tonight. The rest of you can sign off.
it's been your boy Suda. You know, just chilling, just vibing, just giving
Enraged as fuck.
just giving opinions. You know, we're here for love, peace, but we're also here to discuss about anything. So open your minds, let things go. That's about it for me.
And open your wallets and get us a Raid Shadow Legend sponsorship.
No, like you said, just like open your mind and stuff like that. But no, this has been prepare your butts. But no, this has been Ark signing off for tonight. I'll hand it over to Owen Wilson.
Wow.
That's the first time.
First wow.
I think so.
No, this is the second one. I did one in the last time.
Maybe.
I normally do it at sign off time. But yeah, we just want people to actually think critically and open.
Moist critical.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Moby, you just. But yeah, this has been. this has been Owen, and I just want to say, our statistics tell us that only 15% of you are subscribed. So make sure that you subscribe. It is free. You can hit that bell button. And I'm not saying you should hit that bell button, but I'm just saying your family may or may not be in my basement right now.
Spicy.
One like equals one prayer that Wikipedia will forgive us. One dislike equals one more soul damned. One dislike. Oh yeah. Oh, wow! And one dislike is one more soul eternally trapped in hell. Just remember, we're not here for a long time, but god damn it, we're here for a sexy one.
And also, one like keeps J Station away. Bye!